versus the new one, Spider versus Verse. That's going to be a super interesting fight as we're going to take a look. That's Mike, Spider, and Edward are two dominating titans of the lobby, and Edward, the new player who's jumped into this and has made a name for himself. So we're going to be taking a look. Aizhao versus Mike right away. Freeze is going to come out, and just as I said, he doesn't need to bump into a Syra. He's fighting a Syra right away. Aizhao going to be going for a quick reset, though, as Mike looking to find himself a bit of armor before re-engaging into this fight.
Yeah, that was a sad loot table actually to grab there. Cannon and a musket to start off with, so he wasn't really able to do much. Spider with the fans has got an armor swap off. He's going to quickly jump in onto Verse, throwing out the Tiger. Verse losing a fair amount of HP off the back of this one. Spider being able to turn that around. Can Verse find himself an armor swap in response? Spider interrupted as he was just trying to finish up that kill. Another Tiger comes out. Verse is going incredibly low, and Spider able to secure that kill for himself. Now gets the Soul Bloom off, gets a little bit of healing out there. Rano going to continue to put some damage in. Does still have that F available here for Spider. It's going to throw it down onto Arano as Arano loses a fair amount of HP off the back of that again. Has got the range from those fans, but is now going to switch out to the dual halberds just so he has a little bit of extra damage. Halberd's incredibly good at stripping away armor once you get that charge off of the... I can't remember if it's the right or left click, but either way, he's going to open up onto Arano, take a massive chunk out of him. Arano does have ultimate, gets an armor swap off now in response, as there's going to be the knockback onto him. Now, Ult Zone is available, so the moment he presses that, Spider could... Well, the moment Arano ult, Spider could just turn the ult off. Hasn't got his ult anywhere near ready to go. It's just going to continue to try and disengage waves. He's looking for a pot off here to get some of that armor back, and both of these players find themselves on somewhat equal footing. The ult zone thrown down. And this favors Spider. Like I said, doesn't have that ultimate available to him. Arano with the blue armor now is just going to try and step up. Spider able to strip most of that away. Arano now gets the turnaround onto Spider, catches him in the knockups, takes away Spider's armor in response. Spider just trying to find a window, find an opportunity to dodge away, maybe get another armor swap off. Tries and turns around onto Arano again. Catches him. Arano actually goes in for an armor swap to deny Spider, but now it's coming back around, and Arano is starting to lose all of that armor. Spider goes for the F, doesn't quite make a connection, and Arano catches him in the knock-up and finishes him off.
Beautiful turnaround there. The spear becoming such a dominant weapon after its changes, with a great grapple bump coming through here. And even on the next patch, we're going to be getting to see nunchucks capable of going for the grapple bump as well. Mike now in the turn is going to be losing a lot of HP. T225 going to try and follow up with this, but Mike with a crazy armor swap into a berry, taking out T225, turning that fight on its head. Mike, the king of 1 HP in a dream, able to bring that back. We're going to see now Edward taking on FPX Star. We're going to see both ultimates facing off against each other. I believe they're both down now. Star going to be low in HP, going to find himself an armor swap, as well as Edward. Going to be going down close to the fabled Vulpine Essence Stone, as we're going to be seeing Star is just going to back off here. It looks like he not really looking too much for this engage. Edward going to try and follow suit. He has all 7 of the coins. And if you do not know, ladies and gentlemen, dropping those coins on that Vulpine Essence Stone will give you the Red Soul Jade, which is a beefed up Mortal Defiance, getting them into a huge advantage into this game. We're not going to be flipping over. This is XY from Team ASE. Looks like he doesn't have any eliminations on the board, just doing a bit of looting. Seems like he's pretty alone in this area. Nobody really around him, as Alliance Aizhao as well. We saw him get eliminated, I believe, pretty early into this game. So, he doesn't have that revive. He's going to be playing this a little bit slower, just trying to loot up, scale around. We're going to be seeing now Mike. CDY has found OUG's Mike on the loot pile. The floating piles coming through. Oh, big Cyan Fang attack with the dual blades coming around. CDY going to be able to get the staff jump in. Is not going to be able to connect, though. F ability invested for Mike. Mike going to try and go for the grapple bump here. Bowshot going to be coming out. Hits the headshot there. You're going to see the prow coming through. Tap's going to be coming through from CDY, though. You're going to see the overhold almost connects, but the F ability invested. Both of these players with ultimate available. Another bowshot going to connect from Mike. Mike trying to go for some follow-up. Ultimate invested now for CDY. He's got one charge able to throw now. Is going to connect on the first one. Mike taking a bit of damage from this. Ultimate available. We are going to see that ultimate getting popped now. CDY going to be forced to get out of here. No shields left for him on his ultimate. He can throw 2 more. but it's going to be difficult to hit a Syra in that ultimate. CDY just getting absolutely lasered down as the microwave coming through. Mike is going to get hit out, though. This could give CDY the chance to escape. Mike down low in HP. We are going to see the second one connect, getting extremely low here. We're going to see if Mike's able to turn this around, but no, CDY with a huge parry. Mike going to get sent back to the Soul Altar.
Massive parry coming in from CDY. Really, really well played. Does now slow Mike down, actually. CDY and Mike both on 2 kills. Spider only got that 1 kill. It took a long time for him to secure that kill for himself, unfortunately. So, and he also got taken out as well. So he wasted quite a lot of early time with a bit of skirmishing. Has found 2225 here from YZG. Is rocking that purple armor though on T225. So this could be a little bit harder. Slight disadvantage. Both of them are going to be obviously looking to scrap for that realm of Yang though right now. It's T225 being bullied out by Spider. Spider just continuing to apply pressure to him. Spider gets a nice parry off onto T225, knocks him back, gets a massive chunk of damage out of him, takes most of his armor away. Spider continues to press forwards here, has got his ultimate burning away, goes in for the dash, doesn't quite land that damage, and T225 forced back. Gonna go for a quick pot here from Spider. And Spider may actually just be giving up the realm of Yang, deciding that he doesn't want to contest it anymore. YZG, sorry, T225 looks to just be the victor of that area. As we do see Star has picked up the Vulpine Essence, so he's probably wanting to get into a realm of Yang.
Yeah, the Vulpine Essence just such a huge advantage to have in one of these games, and is definitely going to want to try and capitalize on that. ASE's XY, though, is going to be able to hold this Yang portal for himself. He's got the pass, is just going to be trying to hold out, waiting. As you see, a couple of scraps are going to be going off. WBG's Verse now fighting against SS1 CDY. Verse able to get into the Yang without a second to spare there. He's brought himself in. It looks like it's going to be empty for the time being. These players are going to try and join at the last possible second to try and maximize the amount of time that they're carrying that buff for that they receive at the end of the fight if they do come away as the winner.
It's also to make sure if people kind of pussyfoot around getting into the realm of Yang, there's a chance that like you get a realm of Yang for free. Not going to be the case this time. We are seeing Wu Feng and Verse inside their one, although ASE's player, yep, they're going up versus Alliance, so it's going to be every realm of Yang is full. Verse here on the Lani, just getting a couple of aerial shots off to open up with the bow on to Wu Feng. Wu Feng getting sent packing a little bit here. Verse does have that F, kind of get that reposition and break away from a lockdown if he needs to, but hatches out onto Wu Feng, catches him up. He's just going to blink back, tries and fires a cannon shot in, just chip away that health a little bit more, deny some of that healing. Has actually been able to get a fairly good amount of damage onto Wu Feng. Only got 1 pot off to refresh that armor. Ultimate not even committed yet here from Verse. He is very much in control, trying to find those openings once again, but does look like Verse. Wu Feng, has been able to break away from Verse here. Throws down his own F just to knock them back. Big keeper damage here. Ultimate's neither committed. There's going to be Verse throwing his ult down. It's just going to look to try and catch out onto Wu Feng. Gets a massive chunk out. Misses out on the ball. Does get hit in response, though. Very, very, very tempoed fight here. They've only got about 48 seconds left to keep this one going. 1 charge left onto Verse's ultimate here. He's going to have to look to throw that out fairly soon. As Wu Feng able to break away once again from Verse. Ball goes down. Don't think it made a connection, so kind of a waste there from Verse. Has still got those halberds, but getting caught out in response from Wu Feng. Verse continue to try and break away for the second here. Verse opens up on the Wu Feng, looks for the parry, doesn't quite get it, just has to blink out with the F. 20 seconds left, they have to commit. Otherwise, both of them are going to have that debuff on. Wu Feng trying to open up, Verse gets caught in the knock-up, and now this could be Wu Feng's moment to strike. He's going low, down he goes. Wu Feng will take the realm of Yang.
Oh my goodness, he's Wu Feng with a beautiful comeback there. Those cannon shots that Verse was putting in, just so much damage. Wu Feng able to burst through everything and came out on top of that. It looked like it was all coming up Verse. We're going to be seeing Wu Feng now being able to pick himself up a nice little gold weapon. And look at that, ASE's XY and Alliance Ajiao both getting eliminated in that realm of Yang. They are going to go the distance. We're now going to be taking a look at the replay from Baoda's Chuzheng and YZG's T225. Nunchucks versus Nunchucks. We're going to be seeing, and now the 1-2 coming through into the pistol shot, being able to do a lot of damage onto T225. You see them both going for the charge up. T225 almost able to get the combo off. F ability going to be invested. Both of them very low in HP. Temi ultimate going to be invested now to try and escape this, but T225 able to get the stun off, and Chu Zhang taking so much damage here. Going to try and make something else happen, but the dazzle going to come through, and there we go. Just trying to make it last as long as possible to be able to min-max that even more for some extra buff time. And there we go. You see it. T225 gold dual halberds in hand, or dual blades in hand.
And that character is broken, man. The character does so much damage. It's actually silly. It's like T225 trying to cash in on a couple of extra kills here while they've still got that debuff. Don't have long left on it, but always Edward going incredibly low here. The laser beam catching them out, being chased down by the Syra. T225 wants that kill as he is going to eliminate Edward from the lobby. The last bi-weekly champion knocked out early in this game. In fact, the first player to be knocked out of the game. Getting a little bit focused down here. Now we're going to cut over to Wu Feng. Catches Arano with the parry. Arano continues to put some pressure up onto them. Wu Feng, though, obviously got that debuff. Well, not the debuff. Got the reset on them through the Vermilion Bird's Might. So Arano continues to try and pressure onto Wu Feng. Wu Feng going for the runaway. Just wants to get some healing off. He's going to be able to get some of that down. Arano now just to put the pressure in. There's still plenty of time here for Wu Feng on this Vermilion Bird's Might. Everyone else is just hovering around waiting for someone to look weak. Arano's the one who's getting picked on, though, trying to put some distance between them. Does have the dazzle, does have the ultimate available to them as well. So Arano has actually been able to break away, and now Wu Feng needs to turn the attention off them. They've only got 50 seconds left on this Vermilion Bird's Might. So it could get dicey for them if this fight goes too long. That's going to be the opener from Verse. Verse has got that debuff on them. They're going to cleanse with the Soul Bloom. I actually just jumped back into another realm of Yang immediately.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why they weren't going for Wu Feng immediately there, but as we're gonna see now, it looks like ASE's XY and Alliance Asia going at it again after their double elimination in the realm of Yang. So we are gonna be seeing now, oh my goodness, Asia is gonna be able to do some crazy stuff on the Justina, not able to capitalize. Huge parry going to come through, though. ASC's XY now on the back foot of this fight. Purple pole sword in hand. Going to try and go with that double charge. Last dash coming through from Asia. Trying to see if he can make something happen with the staff. The taps are going to come out, though. Stoneform going to be locked in. Able to use that focus dash to get away. Trying to scale rush back into this. And the focus dash going to be coming through a second time. Is going to connect onto Asia. We're seeing the one jump LMB to finish the elimination. Asia picking it up beautifully and cleansing that Yang depletion. And yet we are jumping into this next realm of Yang already here. And this is the benefit of these realm of Yangs, ladies and gentlemen. Non-stop action.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. Spider looking for CDY. Trying to contest for the realm of Yang here. Spider a little bit low on the old armor front here. Only got the blue armor. Definitely going to be a little bit weaker than CDY. And actually, I think he decides he's going to back off. I say that, but does go for the re-engage. Just continues to apply pressure. Actually, it's not a Realm of Yang, this one. This is Spirit Well. Spider's contesting. Totally missed with what he was going for there. We do see WZ, sorry, not YZG. WZ jump inside the Realm of Yang. Not sure if they're going to be contested with anyone. Might be just getting a freebie off the back of this one. Spider continues not to give it up as, yep, Mike is going to be going up versus Arano. I wish, yeah, both of the Realm of Yangs are full, so action will be breaking out plenty. Now Mike on the Syra will be looking for Arano. Already going to not go aerial this time, just try and land those bow shots from the low ground. It's going to jump up and try and join them in the sky. Not actually able to hit onto them right now as Arano. He's got that staff. Tries to jump in. The dazzle went down, but isn't actually going to make a connection. Scale rush does come out, though, from Mike, as waiting for Arano to open up, finding an opportunity to get that parry off and maybe turn this fight around. Strips away the armor really efficiently here. Still has that ultimate available. Is just going to jump out. Arano doesn't land his own dazzle. Is going to throw down the ultimate in response. Mike is just going to have to tank a lot of this. Doesn't really want to trade ult for ult right now. Wants to have an advantage here, so he just plays around the pillar to avoid Arano. Arano desperately trying to find those dazzles and those those laser beams in, but Mike is actually able to effectively break away from him. Only eats a little bit of damage in response. The Dazzle goes down, doesn't quite make the connection, but Arano continues to lose HP here as Mike now, it's his turn to try and open up. Gets the Dazzle onto Arano, immediately comes in with that laser beam down. Arano now just trying to evade and avoid away from these ones as Mike shows him the old run around. Dazzle goes down, misses out on this one as well as Arano continuing to evade Mike here, but this time the laser beam is doing a lot more work than what it did to Mike. Arano is going to finally time out that ultimate as Mike tries to open up into him. The staff does a lot of work on him. Comes the parry. That's going to be the charge coming down. Mike loses so much HP. He is going to be armorless though. Mike tries to get that turnaround once again with the duel with the fist blades. Can he find the opening? Dazzle, is it going to make the connection? No, it doesn't. Arano's able to break away. This is getting incredibly low. Both of them down to 10 seconds left on the timer as Mike goes low, finds himself the knock-up. I think he just wants to wait this one out at this point, but that's going to be Arano securing the kill.
Goodness, Arano with the 1 second left clutch to finish that off. What a beautiful play. That parry really putting in a lot of work for him, sealing the deal on that fight. Mike had the upper hand coming out of those ultimates, but the parry sealing the deal there. As we're going to be taking a look now. YZG's TG25 already trying to get a little bit aggressive here. He does have that White Tiger's prowess buff. So he's going to try and see if he can pick up this elimination onto Fun Plus Phoenix's Star, who is on Yang depletion. This is going to be a difficult situation for him to get out of. There are so many players, I believe 2 players with the buff chasing him right now. That's TG25 and Arano, both buffed players in the vicinity of Star. It's not the situation you want to be in. You're trying to find Mike, who is also in the same area. We're going to see these poison jellyfish starting to come into play here as well. You don't want to get hit by one of those, ladies and gentlemen. You will be losing a lot of HP. Mike is just going to try and get a little bit more vertical in this fight here, not trying to engage too quickly. He sees that there's the White Tiger's prowess players around. Finds Spider, is going to go for the quick engage here. Spider just trying to kite this out. The 1-2 going to come through. F ability invested from Spider. Spider just going to try and take himself away from this fight here. Does not really need to go for the engage. Trying to see if he can survive to the late game. Fighting a Syra is definitely not what he had planned for right now, but looks like he might have to take this fight here as all these other players starting to converge. Poison Mushroom's going to be dealing so much damage here. Sorry, Poison Jellyfish. Arano now has picked up the scent of Spider. You just see him get a little bit of siphon off on this, but look at how much HP he's losing periodically. And there we go. Arano going to come away with the elimination. Mike able to steal the Soul Bloom. Oh my goodness, cleansing that Yang depletion. Spider with the misplay on the Akos, getting hit by the poison jellyfish being his downfall there. We're flipping over now. Fun Plus Phoenix's Star trying to see if he can cleanse his Yang depletion just as Mike was, and now we're seeing the 3-person versus 1 Star going to be popping that ultimate here as all of these players trying to give chase. Seeing now Star jumping back around, able to hit the first shield off onto Arano, but taking some chip damage. I believe one of these players does have Storm Stride as well available for them. Star just going to try and back out of this. Mike, Arano, and TG25 giving close chase.
Yeah, looks like he has been able to break away for now, but there's still so many players hot on the hunt. Do still have Arano with that White Tigers, only for another 40 seconds though, so not too much time. Mike quite happily with that little robbery he pulled off. It's just gonna make a break for it and decide to disengage away from the fight. We've still got 8 players left. Plenty of time to go, although Star running out of time. 2 minutes left on the lobby for Star, and unfortunately for them, if they cannot get that Soul Bloom, we'll be going down to 7 players very, very soon. I mean, regardless, we're going down to 7 players because Star needs to get a Soul Bloom, which requires someone dying. Question is are they going to be able to find it, or are they just going to bleed out? Like I said, 8 minutes left in the lobby, and it is that point in the game where Star, once someone goes out, I think everyone else is going to slow down. But for now, Star, bit of desperation, going to be trying to force onto the other players. Hasn't been able to find that opportunity. The other players are actually quite happily just having a scrap out here. Bane's breath has come down behind them as well, just separating them, and it just looks like Aizen forced to go in for the freeze, trying to make a breakaway. But like I said, Cyrus is so good at handling Justina. They can just keep her stun locked. Once she pops that freeze, is going to have to force to throw the ultimate down. Gets parried. Is able to jump away to safety. Aizen buys a bit of space. They've still got plenty of dashes to work with, so it's hard to actually pin a Justina down when she's ulted. Aizen actually holding out onto these charges. It's going to have to throw them down here. Into the Bane's Breath they go. And they quickly cut through the middle of that. Repositioned nice and effectively here, but no ultimate now on the Justina. The lobby knows there's one Justina as well, so they know that they do not have the ultimate charged up. And it looks like Star continuing to hunt here onto Ajiao, but 30 seconds left on the clock. This is going to be a really, really hard ask for them. No ult zone gets popped by Ajiao, and that is going to slow down Star's ability to find a kill at all here. Star trying to go in for that block, doesn't quite get it out. Star continues to put some pressure down, gets parried out by Ajiao. Ajiao absolutely rinses through the armor of Star, and this is just a free kill for the Alliance player. Star timing out in 8 seconds time. Another parry comes in, and Ajiao secures the kill.
Beautiful play by Ajiao. He didn't want to take that fight initially, but it was a very good idea to pop that no ult zone. Star's ult was almost back online. He did have a better fighting chance if the no ult zone wasn't there, but the beautiful parries coming through from Ajiao, and he is going to be able to remain in this game just a little bit longer. The parry from him to be able to get away as well at the perfect time. Ajiao just doing a beautiful job. We're going to be seeing WZ's Arano. Looks like he was able to capture that spirit well that we see coming into that late game. He's got himself another buff of White Tiger's prowess, gold armor, and some gold fist blades in his arsenal. We're seeing now Stormstride on YCG's T225. He's going to be switching out that other golden jade. I believe he's also got Assassin's Lunge and Nether Step in there. Very, very stacked loaded. The 2 gold dual blades are going to be super useful to him close to this end game. WZ's Arano now jumping up on the top, wants to find himself an elimination with this White Tiger's prowess. He does have that gold armor swap available as well, with gold dual blades waiting for him. Nobody else able to claim those if he decides to go for the swap. Needs to take that fight close, but we are going to be seeing that 80% Moonbane that's going to take over 80% of the playable area, making it very difficult for when these players are navigating, as everybody jumping into the area of where the Bane is. This could be a risky play for SCDY here, and Arano following him. If they get really greedy and going for this fight, both of them could end up eliminated. Oh my goodness, CDY almost jumping in to the Bane's Breath attack there. Was able to dodge out using the last little bit of his stamina there. Able to get himself a bit of a heal. Reset's going to be coming through. Shield misses coming out here. Ultimate has gone down. Now CDY going to be in a very difficult spot. Has exited the Bane's Breath area though, as he might try and kite back through, but Arano doing a really good job of falling through. Overhold going to come through. F ability popped out though. Arano with the jump LMB going to be getting a little bit more chip damage down. CDY just trying to get out of here as desperately as possible, but Arano not giving up the chase. CDY going to try and get through. Dagger movement is some of the fastest movement in the game, so he's got a shot to get out of here, and it looks like he's doing a pretty good job right now. But Arano is going to be coming through with the scale rush, the jump LMB, tech chase to catch him, and the 1-2 to finish it off. Arano with a beautiful elimination, and there's only 6 players left as Circle 5 is closing in.
Yeah, nice little hunt down there from Arano, able to secure that kill. Like I said, down to 6 players at this point. The Bane's Breath has worn off. Wu-Feng actually being chased up here, caught in the knock-up, loses all of their armor, has to blink back using that F, gets a nice little armor swap off, but Mike continues to apply the pressure. Arano just laser beaming away here onto Wu-Feng, and Wu-Feng, not long for the world. Arano secures himself their 5th kill of the game, and they actually jump into 1st place off the back of that. Have now burned that ultimate, but they got 4 minutes until the circle fully collapses. Looks like Versa and Ajiao happily standing away from all of the action and all of the very aggressive players. Mike desperately trying to put some kills on the board, currently standing in 5th place in the lobby overall. Just going to go for a bow shot onto Ajiao. Forcing them back, but Ajiao able to disengage away from Mike here for a second as, again, caught out by the bow shots, and T225 with that pulse sword able to do so much work to Ajiao, who's forced to freeze himself up. The last thing Ajiao wants to do here is get forced to ultimate again, especially this close towards the end of the game. They want to be using that ult aggressively if they can, not on the defensive side, but everybody else is starting to collapse in. Arano going a little bit low to the zone here, has to go and pot up away from all of the action. They are able to get a full reset off, but Arano kind of caught on that low ground where they didn't really want to be, as Ajiao is going to jump up into the pocket, find themselves getting caught out by the whole lobby who's just smelt the blood in the water. And this is the problem with solos sometimes. If you're the guy that gets weak, it's very easy and you have no teammates to keep you safe. As Ajiao feeling the pressure, is just trying to break away from this aggression and force the aggression onto someone else so they get chased around the lobby. But Ajiao is being chased down, armor stripped away, forced to throw the ultimate out, does open up onto Mike and gets a freeze off. The dazzle comes down. Ajiao with that ultimate is now going to be harder to pin in place. Is going to have to go for another dash, may just try and line up onto Mike again. If they can turn the pressure off for them, they catch onto two, Ajiao and Mike with the freeze. Ajiao continues to go for the dashes. Mike going a little bit low here. Ajiao going incredible low, and Arano unable to connect the damage as Mike forced to throw the ultimate down onto Verse. He was getting pressured out heavily here, continuing to throw those dazzles down in front of them so no one can jump into their pocket. Healing for everyone else though. Everyone else gets that reset off Arano. Got the ultimate almost ready at this point. We'll be able to throw that down. There's 3 Syras in this final circle, so they all made it. And Verse on the Lani has got the ultimate kicking away here, trying to get some damage away. Throws a ball out onto Mike. Is going to make the next connection onto Mike and throws the dazzle out. Verse almost gets caught by the orb. Is able to break away. All of those ball charges land, and Mike is losing so much HP, but Verse is the one getting bullied out here. Arano is going to secure the kill onto Mike with the fist weapons, as now Verse is the one who's low. Arano trying to get a reset off and make sure they have as much armor as possible. Have got the ultimate built up as TTD5 gets parried out here by Verse. Halberds try to open up. Arano, can he find that opening onto Verse, who isn't getting the opportunity to get the reset off? As you can see, TTD5 trying to find some damage as Arano continues to open up onto Verse. Verse going for the parry. He's not going to be able to throw it out. Gets the F off just a blink away from the aggression. Strips away some of TTD5's armor as Arano is parried by TTD5. Verse is doing so much work here as TTD5 is able to finish him up. The dazzles are coming down, and I expect the laser beams to be breaking out soon. Arano going low. TTD5 just going to try and gatekeep the zone for him. Arano hasn't used the ultimate yet. Knocking one back into the zone. Dazzles are coming out. There's going to be the ultimate coming out from TTD5. Arano answers in kind. Both of them going aerial with those laser beams, but TTD5 has the health advantage right now over Arano. Trying to find the dazzles onto each other, trying to catch each other in the zones. TTD5 was first to ult, so he'll be first out as well, as Arano is continuing to fire down, but his health bar has gone so low, knocked him into the zone. Both of these players on similar health. TTD5 knocked into that zone once again, going low. Everybody is just exceptionally close to going down. TTD5 will take the kill.
Oh my goodness. T225 with a textbook play to finish that off. We almost saw the Heartstopper kick silence coming out from Arano, but to no avail. T225 is going to be our MVP in game. It's going to be a very interesting one, starting Mike getting locked in. The high five for good luck, as we're going to be seeing T225 now. Already got himself a good little weapon swap combo under his belt if he needs it. He's got that katana and the dual halberds. Coming up against TE's Wufang right away. That's a purple hung sword. Could be very, very dangerous at the start of this game here. The 1-2 is going to connect off of the released 1.0. As we are going to be seeing Wufang trying to get away from this scrap off. He doesn't want the smoke from T225 right away. Trying to go for a bit of a heal. Isn't going to be able to get the pot off. T225 still aggressive in pursuit here. Taking a Shyle out, or taking a Syra out this early. Overhold going to come through. F ability invested. We're going to see the hold coming over. Tries to get the focus dash off, but isn't going to be able to finish that. The 1-2 is going to come out. No F ability invested yet for Wufang. He still has that available if he needs to get out of a situation, but the overhold's going to come through. Now a second player jumping in. 1 HP in a dream. The pistol shot's going to come out from the opposing player, and it looks like Verse able to steal the kill with the pistol shot. T225 now following up his attack on to Verse. Verse going to try and go for the overhold. Purple Hung sword in hand now for T225. Going to try and capitalize on this. Verse trying to make something happen. Very low in HP here. Able to just shark so much of that health away. Ultimate is now going to be up for T225. Is going to be able to get 2 of those shield proc hits over on to Verse. Oh, the dazzle coming through. Oh my goodness, T225 going to try and keep up the pursuit onto this elimination. He's got a few seconds left on that ult timer. Verse, no ult available for him, and now Wufang trying to join into the mix.
Yeah, bad place for T225 to go for a bit of a heal there. Going to get absolutely slammed here. Wufang able to open up, looks for the dazzle. T225, can they actually get some potting off is the question. Wufang keeping that pressure on. I just don't think T225 was paying attention. Like, they did not see that coming in. Not getting any opportunity to get any potting done here. Wufang barely losing any HP. golden Hongsword as well here for TD5, and sorry, purple Hongsword here for TD5, and they may just be losing out. Able to strip a lot of health off Burst, going down in the middle of that one. That's gonna be a nice little pick up there. TD5 taking up Burst now. Gonna try and continue onto another kill. Ultimate comes out. Honestly, TD5 just fumbled that so bad by not going for the reset and then just resetting on top of someone else. Really, really big mistake.
Yeah, Wufang jumping into the mix of that fight was definitely his downfall, as we're going to see WBG's versus been off to a tear. He almost gets the third elimination of this game on to TE's Wufang, but now Spider has found the action and is jumping into it. Is going to get hit by the tail end of the scale rush, as Wufang is going to be able to make a pretty good break for it here. Is going to get himself caught out, switching over to those fist blades for a little bit of extra movement. These shorter handled weapons are going to be the weapons to give you the best amount of movement. Verse has found that purple Hongsword as well. That the Hongsword being passed over to 3 players now. And it's going to be a very coveted weapon, especially early game. No gold weapons are going to be found until that first Realm of Yang has been completed. So the purple going to be the best possible rarity of weapon, giving you the most damage output. Geez, Wufang is getting chased. Spider with the purple staff. Wufang only has those great fist blades. Is going to find himself a nice armor swap, though. The scale rush out of the building. F ability invested to try and get some more distance. The 1-2 invested into the jump LMB from Spider. Spider still trying to keep this tech chase up. Is going to be able to try and pick him up, and he does get it. Oh my goodness, Wufang is going to be back down to 1 HP. Verse going to claim the elimination, putting himself onto 3 kills. Spider ultimate available here. F invested now from Verse to try and get away from this fight. Spider still has that 1 charge from the ultimate, is going to try and capture that, and he gets the ball, and this is why these players do go for the pick. We are going to see the overhead extended combo invested. Verse taking so much damage here. Ultimate available, though. We are just going to see him pop ult, and Spider's going to be forced to retreat from this fight. Let's see if Verse can pick himself up a 4th elimination into this game. The Dazzle coming through. Oh my goodness. WBG's Verse making this game his own. Is going to pick up 4 kills, gets the bloom, and now into a 5th fight. Is going to be able to get Prio up onto Aizhao. Aizhao going to have to use that F to back out of that here. They're going to see F available for Verse. Turns the fight around. Needs to get that healing off. He does have 2 purple weapons now. Aizhao going to get a huge parry off. Able to turn this
Spider's
fight back over. Spider stealing the kill. Oh my goodness. What is going on, Hipbrain?
Spider with a salty run back, and it pays off. I mean, this is dangerous, though. He needs to get some armor and some gear put together real quick, as it looks like Aizhao hunting Spider here. Spider already halfway towards that ultimate. We will get a look at the replay of the fight here versus Aizhao. Is this Spider on the first kill, or is this just on the salty run back? I think this is the first kill because it's early in the game. Okay, it took me a moment to figure out where we were. Spider, though, I mean, such a solid start here. Aizhao taken out by Spider at the beginning of the game, and then Spider then comes and steals a kill from him just on the back of that salty run back. Really, really nice from Spider. Gets his 2nd kill of the game and keeps himself going. It looks like he's got his attention towards this Rama Yang. Like you said, character does very well inside that Rama Yang, so we'll be looking for it. Mike right now fighting Star, trying to force him off and away from the realm. Mike catches him with the uppercut. Mike actually just may get a free kill here off the back of this, to be honest. Star has to back off and go for the reset. Mike probably shouldn't really let him get the freest reset off. Looks like that is not going to be the case, as Mike continues to heal up. 30 seconds left until he's able to secure himself this Rama Yang. Really, really nice coming in from Mike, as we're cutting over to Arano and Aizhao fighting for the Rama Yang. That purple Hangsword still kicking about from all of the action we saw earlier. I forgot who even originally owned it, to be honest, at this point. It might have been Arano. I actually have no idea. Regardless, that Hangsword is still in play. Still being passed around by the players, as both these guys are looking to contest it. Star was also in the area, but it looks like this Rama Yang still being fought for. And in they jump, so not really much Aizhao can do about that. Spider and Arano will be going toe-to-toe inside this Rama Yang. Spider does have the ultimate ready to go. So let's keep our eyes on that one, as down goes the wall. Everybody goes aerial to open up with. Spider starting off with that dagger. Very favored weapon here in solos, is trying to get those pistol shots in onto Arano. Arano able to break away, looking for a bit of damage, catches him with the uppercut. Arano has to blink back there just to break away from Spider, who right now has the health advantage in this fight. But Arano doing his best to try and be slippery and find an opportunity to get those pots off. Scale rush up from Spider isn't going to make the connection. Both players just playing around the pillar. Arano caught in the uppercut. Spider trying to find some extra damage onto him. Catches him again with the uppercut. Arano going low. Need for ult may not even be here. There's going to be the ultimate out from Arano. Catches him with a football. Tries to get some damage off as Spider continues to pressure up. Goes for that uppercut again. Doesn't quite hit. Ball goes wide as well. There's going to be a bit of a turnaround, stripping away the health, but Spider catches him in the ball, catches him with the uppercut, and that almost looked easy.
Oh my goodness, Spider with the dirty Liam play, showing why he is such a strong hero to pick. We are going to be flipping over, though, ASE's XY versus Baoda's Chu Zhang. We saw this fight happen in the first Realm of Yang in game number 1. So this is going to be a rematch. They timed out the first time. Dagger going to be in play for the Temi. XY going to try and go for the scale rush here, going for this overhold. Pole sword into dagger is definitely a difficult fight. The amount of chip damage that you're able to get off with the dagger is so great, and the stone form procs are really hard to work around when it comes to those pole sword fighting. We're going to see now gold pole sword in hand as we do see that capturing from the Salvation podium. As we are going to see now, Wisp's going to be going into the sky, catching Chu Zhang out here. This could be a TOD, as we're going to see flipping over into the 2-1-1. Misses it out. F ability called in for Chu Zhang to be able to save him there. That was almost going to be his life. The scale rush is going to connect for the pole sword. Focus attack going to come through. Chu Zhang trying to hold as hard as possible. He's able to get the catch off of the wall. F ability up for ASE's XY if he needs. Charge going to come in from the RMB, isn't going to connect now. Chu Zhang just holding that scale rush. It's going to be his best friend here, flipping back over to the dagger. 1, 2 coming in, tries to parry the turn from the focus, and then the parry into, oh my goodness, Baoda's Chu Zhang with the fumble release, and ASE's XY going to pick himself up that gold pole sword and the win in the Realm of Yang.
The Spider's hunting Mike here. Mike tries to find that turnaround. Got himself the golden staff. Spider making a little bit of a break for it. Does have that bird's might on him, though. Same for Mike, though. So Mike not really under any threat, being chased here by CDY. CDY trying to get some extra damage onto Mike. Mike just going to go in for a bit of a heal. Still got the ultimate available. Is just going to throw the F down onto CDY, send him back. A lot of damage lands in. Mike's caught in the uppercut. CDY opens up the halberds, and he is just making quick work on Mike. Mike going low is going to have to just try and make that back off. Armor swaps back to that purple for the reset. Now he's got caught out by Verse. He's looking to chase him down. Mike going to try and get some healing done. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a full reset off, get some armor back. Is going to get another pot off, and Mike actually may get away with the full reset here. He's still got a minute on that Vermilion Bird Smite, so he's sitting quite pretty. Mike somehow able to get a massive reset off with all of those players around. No one pressured up onto him. Now they're continuing to hunt onto CDY, but CDY trying to make a breakaway here from Mike. Now we're going to see a little bonk here from one player onto Mike. Mike now opening back up onto Spider with that staff, and let's say Zhu Yan going up versus Mike here. Mike is just eating so much attention from the whole lobby. Verse is trying to open and finish this one up. Mike is taken out as Verse pistol steals the kill away. Spider actually about to lose his Vermilion Bird Smite, so this is about to get really dicey for Spider. Doesn't get that free reset, and there's still a whole bunch of players in the area. CDY desperately trying to find himself a kill so he can cleanse himself of his Realm of Yang debuff. Everybody else is just making a break for it. Spider being hunted. He just wants out now that he's lost that revive of himself. His armor's gone. This could get really dicey. Spider has to pop the ultimate. We'll just look to try and catch someone, but this could get dicey. He's going to have to throw it out. I think Spider might be going down here. He needs to find the reset. Needs to make it a breakaway. Throws out a ball. Was able to break away and get some health back. Maybe it's going to be a full reset for Spider. They were able to escape, at least initially. Get some of that reset off. Still half HP. Still cannon shots coming in. Spider finds himself caught in the corner. Just tries to scale rush out of the window. Ultimate is timed out for him. Spider really just wants to be away from all of the action and all of this fighting. But that is a sign of weakness if he is seen running. Now we're going to see CDY commit the ultimate here. Gets one dash off. Doesn't actually make a connection with it. Does make a connection with the next one, though. As he is just bullying on to one. Zhu Yan trying to make a breakaway. A couple more dashes available. We'll get one more off the back of that one. Now Zhiyang continues to get focused out here. These dashes from CDY is big. CDY didn't get the Soul Bloom though. He got it close enough and now he's taken out. Down he goes. Aizhao able to secure the kill. TT25 with the debuff on as well. Eyes on him. Has had a very, very bad game 2. Game 1 went amazing. Game 2, not so hot.
Yeah, that was a beautiful escape from Spider that we saw earlier. And yeah, TT25 gonna get himself parried here, keeping his weapon from the longsword. You see that Phoenix Blast Soul Jade available for him. About as Chu Zhang, our other player on the Yang depletion, is going to, Engraving getting released from TT25. You're going to see Lanny ultimate into Shayol is a little bit of a difficult situation for the Lanny here, as we're going to see the uppercut combo is going to come out. F ability invested. We've got one more chain throw, and the armor swap's going to come through and save him from taking a lot of damage. But Chu Zhang needs this elimination very soon. TT25 has been brought extremely low. We're going to see the gray armor swap coming out from him, trying to scale away from this fight. Does not want any of the smoke. Chu Zhang has 30 seconds left to complete this elimination. Otherwise, he's going to get himself fully eliminated from this game. TT25 able to get a clutch pot off. Switching over to that dagger for the extra movement, but it looks like he's going to go back on the longsword. He's got 2 Soul Jades for it. Parry is going to come through, though. F ability invested to save himself. Pryo going to be given through to TT25. Engraving going to come out. F ability was invested by Chu Zhang. None of these players have their F available. Another armor swap going to be coming through, but it's gray armors with very little HP, and the kill credit is going to go to TT25 as the Yang depletion takes its victim. Flipping over now to the realm of Yang, we've got Alliance's Aizhao versus WBG's Verse. Verse having an absolute tear, already on 5 eliminations this game on the Syra versus the Liam. The charge is going to come through with the 1 charge. Gets Pryo over. Verse going to try and go for the uppercut. Aizhao now on the uppercut, switching over to the ultimate, and this is the TOD, ladies and gentlemen. And now, he misses the focus. Verse able to hit the ultimate here. And now Aizhao is in a very tough spot. Verse could be able to turn this fight around. We've got 1 charge left on the Liam ultimate if he's able to capture him out, but the Dazzle's going to come through, not able to capitalize off on most of the damage from that Dazzle. He's going to come out of ult with not very much HP here. Misses the ball capture though. Now Aizhao going to switch to the cannon, trying to see if he can make anything happen with the range damage. Isn't able to connect on the range. And it looks like he's going to back off. Huge parry though from Aizhao. Aizhao takes the realm of Yang and ends WBG's reign of terror, sending him back to the Soul Altar. Wow, what a fight.
I can't believe that parry. That was absolutely beautiful. Aerial parry. Gonna have a look at the Mike fight. Mike actually losing to Jinyuan here off the back of this. Running around with that debuff on. Shayol from Mike hasn't really been able to quite find the mark that he would like it to have found. Just him and Jinyuan just getting into this fight. Mike trying his hardest, gets the shields up, tries to get some work done, but Sandstorm immediately catches him. The Wisp actually went wide, but Mike was just a little bit too low, and that Sandstorm by so much time. There's the Wisp. And that is going to be the finisher. Really, really clean. There's now Mike and Edward going toe-to-toe in a fight. They do actually have Jinyuan in the area as well. There's going to be another Sandstorm. Mike gets caught by a Wisp again. Another Wisp comes down. Mike versus 2 Tammys. And this is so unfair for him. He's just locked in the dome of death at this point. It does look like Verse is sniffing about in the area to see if he can find something. Mike able to break away. Did have to pop the ultimate. Has got that debuff on for another 3 minutes, and now Verse hunting for Mike. Mike trying his his best to break away from Verse. Verse has been so good at collapsing in and taking away a kill or 2. Verse, though, does also have that debuff on, so we'll be looking for the kill. As Mike just going to use the buildings and all the terrain to try and break away from these Temmies. Their ults still available on one of them. One ult is down as Mike able to break away into the window. Maybe find himself a bit of a reset off. Opportunity to get that pop, but he still has 2 minutes to cleanse himself as in jumps Edward, really stopping any full reset from the side of Mike as the whole lobby is just locked onto Mike. Mike forced to try and get some damage done with the block. Gets a nice parry onto Verse. That's not even enough to turn the attention. He still continues to get hounded and beaten on by the whole lobby, caught in a ball and taken down by Aizhao. Nice little pick. Really nice parry onto Verse, but nobody turned their attention. They were just fixated on Mike.
And Mike being that low, every single player in the lobby is going to want a piece. And Asia with the nice grab, showing why these players are picking Liam first. And we saw earlier the Temi ultimate, both Tumulches getting their Wind Wisp reset by the one Temi ultimate. Edward was trying to come in and capitalize on that. And now Verse going to become the target of this next scrap off, as he is starting to lose a decent amount of HP. Spider giving chase to that. We're going to see the heals coming through, and it's looking to be Liam coming in as the dominant force of this lobby, as now we're down to one left of our Syras, and that's going to be WBG's Verse. Verse still has 5 eliminations, so his score is going to be set there pretty high for this game. But if he doesn't cleanse this Yang depletion, it could be all they wrote for him, as Spider going to be trying to kite this out. He's now down in HP. Was initially the aggressor into this fight, but has now jumped onto the back foot. Scalar's going to come in. XY with that pole sword has just been absolutely lethal all game. Spider is taking a lot of damage here. Is going to get a catch with his ultimate, but is still getting brought extremely low. These players sending their range shots out, and we need Verse. Verse needs to get this. Oh my goodness. The heal is going to come through. Spider able to get 2 pots off, sending Verse away with that ultimate charge, but the uppercut going to come through. F ability invested. Spider still trying to kite this out, able to get himself out of the building. The Wisp going to come through, and Verse taking so much damage. Oh my goodness, ASE's XY with the Wisp, and then a second Wisp coming through from the other Temi. These two players are working so well together. Double Temi, and Spider breaking ankles for the second time this game. This is the second time that we've seen him get incredibly low and not able to capitalize on anything. XY with another elimination, though, putting himself up to 3. Asia with 3 as well. Spider with 3. Verse with 5, but he is eliminated. 1 and 2. TT25 on 1. Arano on 2. And Edward still not able to make much happen. No eliminations on the board for him.
Yeah, Edward not really having a particularly good day, considering the victor of the previous bi-weekly finals. Not really doing too much. It's cool to see that Tammy's doing well. I smack talked Tammy in solos, and I am being proven heavily wrong here. Really, really solid stuff coming in from them. 7 minutes left on the clock. 6 players left in the lobby. Looks like these players are going to be looking to scrap out Asia. Spot Spider. Asia with 3 kills under his belt. On a really, really good game. Does look like the players right now are playing somewhat careful. Spirit World breaks out, and immediately that's the action. The sandstorm comes down just to try and split the room. Genuine loses a fair amount of HP, caught in a wisp, caught by a lot of damage, able to actually evade it just momentarily. Spider loses most of his armor in the middle of this one. Another sandstorm breaks out as looks like Genuine just trying to get some heal off. Ajao taken out. Edward able to get his first kill of the day. Securing that one. Double wisp comes out from Genuine. Massive hit, but he gets hit by a wisp in response as well. There's going to be the pop on to the buff, and it is actually going to be... who's got it? It's OA. OA's Edward actually was the one to get the buff. So he's got the white tigers. Edward now opening up onto Spider. Spider's trying to make an escape away from Edward. Has been able to break off the scale rush upwards. Genuine looking for a wisp. Didn't make the connection onto Spider. Spider has spent most of this game running. And I guess when you're playing the Liam, this is what happens. Everybody is just going to look to try and focus you out. Is able to give him the old run around. Has almost got that ultimate available. So it'll be very, very scary once that's up, and the ability to capture someone and throw them into the zone, into a burst combo. It's going to be absolutely disgusting. YZG making a run for it. Spider continue to be hunted, though. Edward loses way too much HP for that chase. Spider able to break away and get himself some resetting done off the back of that. Edward definitely in a bit of danger now. He's just going to go in, quickly go for the armor swap, sort his gear out after his victory of the Spirit Well, as everyone else is just doing a little bit of shared loot sharing here. Edward does need to be careful with the Bane's Breath coming down onto him.
Oh my goodness.
Almost, he does get hit. Oh, Edward, that was a mistake.
He does have the golden armor swap, though, so it's not going to be too much of a mistake for him there. As you see, these players try and get the Liam out as quick as possible. And the coordination for both of these Temis has been absolutely amazing. It's almost like they're working in sync together as if they have comms, but you know they definitely aren't communicating with each other. But this is how the meta starts to take place. We've got one Lani, two Temis, and if these Temis are able to work together, it looks like a little bit of a scrap off going between the two of them there. I don't think that was intentional. We do see the advanced heal on Edward. We saw that on Mike earlier. That was saving him from a lot of damage. He was able to pot up a lot quicker. Now Edward trying to see if they can take out TG25. Both of these Temis just working together. As you know, if you play the game, the Temi ultimates do not affect other Tumulches, and they do refresh your Wisps, even if it's not your ultimate. So Edward able to capitalize on this. Even though this isn't his Temi ult, he can treat it like it's his own, try and capitalize on getting this elimination. And look at this, T225 getting brought so low. Spider, though, able to steal the elimination from the Temis, as these two Temis are working so harmoniously together. I'm loving to see it.
They deserve that. They deserve to have that kill stolen by Spider.
You don't like the Temis, eh?
I've a scumbag tech that you can do that. Scumbag tech. But they are going to be a problem, a formidable force, the pair of them. They did commit one ultimate. I can't see if the other one still has their ultimate. But Arano, with the football ready, it's going to be a little bit harder because if I'm right, can Lani just fly out with her F?
Of the Temi ultimate?
Yeah, can she break out of it with her F?
I think you still
just
get
turns
caught
into
up.
like a bit of cloth, right? Like surely she can just fly out.
Yeah, I think some animation will get you caught up into it, you know, but it could definitely save them. They are going to be using their F abilities very sparingly here. Oh, big parry coming through. XY able to get his gold pull sword back, though. We're going to be seeing another Temi ultimate coming out now, and this is where the Temis are going to go to work again, trying to see if they can capture Spider. And look at this. Temi Wisp after Temi Wisp. Spider going to get caught out here. And it looks like always Edward is going to be taking a lot of damage. Arano going to get lifted up. Now Spider coming in for the peel. Spider knows he needs to work with Arano if he wants to come away with any sort of victory here. XY going to get himself parried. Sap damage going to come in. Edward with the engraving going to be able to try and hold some stuff off, but it looks like Arano has gotten the aggression over onto Edward, and this could be the point where ASC's XY is going to turn around and try and take the fight and steal the elimination. And there we go, Volpine, or Mortal Defiance going to be invested there as Edward going to get knocked out. Spider missing the charge on his ultimate here. We're going to see huge parry going to come through, and Arano picking up the elimination. Arano now getting caught in the wind wisp. We're going to see overthrow from the pull sword. XY going to try and focus up his damage off onto Arano now, and it's one hero from every class left. We've got one Temi, one Lani, one Liab, and it could be anybody's game here.
Yeah, it's all to play for. Genuine lost his teammate, and that's going to make his life a lot harder. F comes out here from Arano into the parry, or the knockback. I know it was a parry. In, and Genuine forced to use the ultimate to try and keep chase on. Wisps do come out as he tries to find onto Arano, but Arano going to get himself some healing off. Spider able to break away from that Wisp. Is going to eat a bit of chunk of damage as the Sandstorm causing issues. Spider caught out by that Wisp as well. Knocked back into the zone. Spider taken out. Is Jinyuan able to secure the kill? Arano now jumps in off for the full reset. Jinyuan going low. He is just being gate kept out of the zone. Knocked in multiple times. Arano chases forwards. There's going to be a Wisp thrown out. Doesn't quite make the connection. The football comes back in return. Jianyuan trying to make a break for it, but his health is so low. Another football could come down and end his run here. Arano continues to try and apply pressure. Jinyuan able to get some healing down, but the football makes a connection. He's able to blink away once again. He's getting low, but the Sandstorm's coming close. Knocked into the zone, and Arano takes the win.
What a play at the end by Arano. Edward, or XY, trying to finish that off. That advanced heal was putting in a lot of work at the end for him. Was able to get that single pot off, getting a little bit more value from it, but it wasn't. We're taking a look at game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Taking a look at first, we're going to be using Spider. All on his lonesome, already found himself a purple staff. He's going to be pretty scaled going into these first fights. Huge parry going to be coming out here, though. Fun plus Phoenix's star in the Zest Winery. is going to get himself a nice parry. Wufang going to use that F ability to get out of there. Flipping over now, it looks like Edward fighting against Mike. Edward does not have a weapon. This is going to be very unfortunate for him. Mike picking up his first elimination of the game. And oh my goodness, this is so unfortunate when you don't find a weapon at the start.
It's nice as well, because when you get that first blood, you do actually get a little bit of extra Dark Tide coins. So it somewhat accelerates Mike a little bit. Spider opens up with a purple staff. Only grey armor, but that purple staff is going to absolutely thump if it hits onto Mike. Mike trying to make a break away from it. Not able to do so. Is able to get the purple armor out of, the blue armor out of the treasure trove. As Spider probably would have liked that one. Mike's continuing to apply pressure onto Spider. Spider, purple staff just isn't even really getting an opportunity to open up. Just force the freeze out from Mike, but Mike just continues to apply pressure onto Spider. Spider desperately trying to just make a run for it. Scale rushes away, puts some distance between him and Mike, but Mike is hot on his heels, just locking him down. There's going to be the ultimate committed by Mike, just lining up that dash, waiting for the opportunity to catch onto Spider. Dashes forwards, doesn't actually connect to Spider. Gets a whole heap of damage down. Need to see Mike connect that dash and get the freeze off. Is looking for an opportunity to do so. Spider losing a lot of HP now. He's going to again try and charge up for a hit from that staff, not really making the connection. Mike playing this quite passively. Maybe he didn't pop ultimate. I can't tell what he's done. I assume he hasn't. The Spider just has not been caught out here. That's going to be a lot of damage onto Mike, though. Spider finds the turnaround with the staff. Tries to get a little bit more damage down onto Mike. Looks for the football. Mike's able to break away briefly here. Does have that freeze. Spider trying to throw that last ball down. He's actually got 2 more charges. Mike going incredibly low here. And I think this probably is just going to be it donezo for Mike. Unless he can find that hero play. Freeze comes out. Spider's going to charge up. Immediately break out and run away there from Mike. Mike needs to find some healing, some armor swap if he can. But the shots come in. And Spider secures himself the kill.
Oh, what a beautiful play. Mike almost had that elimination. Spider was able to cancel ult quickly. He hit that F in the nick of time, turning it around and coming away with a beautiful pistol shot to come away with the elimination. And we're going to see Chu Zhang taking out T225 early. And it looks like he was able to pick up a kill before he went down, but that is going to be him onto the Soul Altar now. Chu Zhang flipping his attention over on to Alliance. Azhao with the 1-2 on the dagger. Both of these players playing the short-handled weapons. This could be a disaster for Chu Zhang. He does have ultimate available, though, so Spider coming in on the third party, though. This is going to be difficult now. Azhao becoming the target of this fight. Spider with the 1-2. Purple weapons for him. He's got a huge advantage over both of these players, but now Spider is taking a bit of damage. The target selection, a bit of a blunder there for our players, and it looks like Azhao getting extremely low. He's going to get a parry off, saving himself for a second there, but now we're seeing the Liam ultimate invested. This could be it. Lanny ultimate going to come out, though. Spider trying to make something happen with the ball throw. Isn't going to be able to make anything happen. He's got 2 charges left in his ultimate. Azhao going to be able to get a pot off really quickly here. This is a really easy place to kite out. We're going to see him go for the bell hit to try and get some extra location. He does know where all these players are as they're trying to kite out, so he can try and use that information to cut across. He did cancel ultimate, though, just to gain back a bit of rage. 1-2 going to come through. Tries to go for the parry on the overhold, but the cancel is going to come in. Now Azhao able to get a pot off again. Another parry coming through from Azhao, just saving his life. Overhold going to come through on both of these players. Now Azhao able to get a little bit of health back. Almost has his ultimate as well. Trying to get out of this fight, but it's so difficult. Bringing himself into open area. This could be a misplay here. If he's able to make it to those other buildings, he could have succeeded in this. And now Chu Zhang getting extremely low. Ultimate not available for Chu Zhang. Looks like they are going to focus the attention back over. Cryo going to be given F invested from Chu Zhang, though. The 1-2 going to come in. Huge parry going to get invested, though. Oh my goodness. Chu Zhang turning this fight around. And now the ultimate from Azhao could take Chu Zhang out here, unless the last second musket shot from Spider is going to come in. It looks like Arano's going to steal the kill. Azhao now out of ultimate, going to get chased on by Spider. Spider going to try and come through with the 1-2, able to connect, is going to get both purple weapons parried away from him. Spider now in shambles, no weapons available, finds a dagger on the ground, and is just going to try and regroup.
Really, really nice parry coming in onto Spider. Spider's definitely struggling here. Azhao goes to try and find that dazzle off, doesn't quite get it. Arano still in the wings, though. They're going to get some damage down, and that's actually Arano who steals the kill away from Spider. Spider throws down the ball. Arano just freezes himself up, doesn't want to get caught, picks the ball back up. Parry once again onto Spider. He got parried like 5 times, man. WZ Arano. So close. He is currently 0.2 of a point of getting himself into that match point threshold. Huge game number 2 from him. Looks like TT25, another player who's closing in on that rep threshold. He's going to try and get his hands on to the realm of Yang as Mike going to do a bit of gatekeeping. Doesn't want anybody jumping in here.
Wow. Spider, usually a very collected player, playing incredibly aggressive, losing both of his purple weapons, getting parried so many times over and over again. Looks like it's going to be a triple contest for this Realm of Yang on the side here. It looks like Mike going to be forced to pop that ultimate, sending a 1-2 out onto CDY. CDY looking extremely aggressive. Everybody wanting this Realm of Yang. Both Shiles don't have ultimate available, so they are just going to chill in that no ult zone. They know that Mike has the ultimate up. We're going to see him kite out. He just needs to kite out for 8 more seconds, so we're just going to see him take to the skies. He can cancel ultimate anytime he needs now. He has that Yang pass. It's not going to be too much of a difficulty for him to jump in there. We're going to see now, though, as our cave is going to be opening, Arano deciding to go for the cave. It looks like Asia was waiting in the wings for this, but he's backed off. Arano able to find himself a decent amount of loot, finding himself a couple of gold Soul Jades, 2 Varja's Grip Soul Jades. So if he gets parried, he's going to be very, very good. Mike has entered himself into that Realm of Yang. We're going to see a crazy fight jumping in through from these.
Yeah, that's like no one's really actually joining him right now. Mike has actually finally got, I think that's Spider inside with him, actually. Mike and Spider going toe-to-toe. FPX versus YCG over inside that one. And Arano, quite happily, just going to get himself that Mora's Blessing that was inside that vault there. TTD5 going up here versus, I actually can't see who they're fighting versus. Name bars are not showing up. It's Star from FPX. So going to try and get some damage down onto him. TT5 trying to just evade away from Star, but Star's actually been pretty unrelenting here. Looking for the Wisp. Didn't make the full connection onto Star. Is going to quickly get another one up and knock Star in. Catches him in the Wisp. There's going to be a big hunk of damage coming out on the Star. Catches him with a knock-up. Maybe looking for some level of an infinite. Another Wisp connects onto Star. He is just keeping him pinned in place. Wisp number 3. That was too easy. T225. Disgusting.
The Temi TOD, man, it's coming out to play. You know, you weren't so sure about the Temi. That wasn't as toxic as the double Temi, but it was
just clean.
It was very, very clean indeed. It looks like Arano had to burn his ultimate here after claiming that Mora's Blessing from the cave on the inside here. As going to get himself a reset, still has 40% charge on that ultimate. Asia, gray armor, purple weapon. Looks like he is just going to be holding that bush as our cameraman's giving us a good view. Arano doesn't see him. We're going to see him run. Arano running into Mike now. Both of the Justinas not going to engage on each other. Mike does have the Yang depletion, though, so we are going to see him try and get aggressive. Star as well on depletion. We're going to be seeing one more of these players getting that Yang depletion, I believe, as we're going to have one more victor from those Realm of Yang. T225 Verse now is going to get himself eliminated in that Realm of Yang against ASE's XY. XY having an absolute tear of a couple of games. First elimination for him on the board, though. Taking a look at our scoreboards quickly, we're going to be seeing Arano on 3, T225 on 2, as well as TE's Wufong. 1 elimination for Mike, XY, Spider, and Baoda's Chuzhang. As the rest of these players all on 0 eliminations. Nobody has been completely eliminated from this game. You're going to see now ASE's XY becoming the target of a few fights here, as it looks like these Justinas getting ready to go for a full aggression fight. Looks like Verse getting fully eliminated from this game. Absolute blunder from Verse. We might get to check that replay later, as now T's Wufong jumping into the mix. Mike with the double dash on the Justina. Looks like he is going to use that last dash to just try and get out of this fight. Has lost all of his shield. ASE's XY not going to give it up. The Maximus' grapple's going to connect. He's going to try and get through. The scale rush going to connect. Mike almost getting caught in the prio attack. And now TE's Wufong Gold Pole Sword going to try and hit the scale rush for some extra follow-up damage. This tech chase getting absolutely crazy. ASC's XY getting a little bit loose with the fighting technique here, but he's got 2 minutes on that Vermilion Birdmite. If he does go out here, no big issue. We're going to see, oh my goodness, the scale rush from Wufong, picking up a beautiful elimination there, and now flipping his energy over to Arano. It looks like Mike jumping into the mix as well. We are going to see
go dash.
Both Justinas coming through onto TE's Wufong, and now Mike trying to make something happen onto the side. Oh my goodness.
That's it.
Oh, he gives him the bloom. He gives Mike the soul bloom, the handshake deal from the Justinas. He wants to see both of them in. Oh,
Seb, that was all he needed, though. He didn't need anything else. He just wanted to kill him. So now he's on match point threshold for game number 4. And another Justina in the lobby is fine. Like, that was such a nice little handshake for him. He's like, I take the kill, I'll give you the bloom. Really, really clean play coming in from him there. Still, though, Star's got 1 minute left on his debuff. Does want to try and find himself a bit of a cleanse. Edward trying to make a breakaway here. Star continuing to pressure forwards. Edward gets caught out by the grapple, and Star, he may just have found it, throws down the football, got the ult ticket away, trying to chase up, throws the ball skyward, doesn't quite get the header off, unfortunately. So continuing to chase upwards. Star not able to find his connection, as now Edward once again has been found, and Aizhao is actually the one to take that kill and secure it. Star desperately trying to fight to save his life here. Has actually, I believe he soul bloomed himself, so he's actually sitting okay off the back of that one. Is able to break away. Must have stolen the soul bloom and got in and got away. But we got now TT25 is about to jump into the next round with Yang. He is not far off the match point threshold himself. Currently 3.6 points off match point threshold. So we could easily have 2 players going into game 4 with that match point threshold points available to them.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if both of them are going to be able to do so. Because having one player already with Arano on 4 eliminations, he's already past that match point. Spider trying to fight to do the same. There is a small chance we could get 3, but that's even more difficult, as Spider not even going for the Realm of Yang. Arano is going to be jumping in here, though, as he's just been all gas, no brakes all day. He's, first game, a little bit of a blunder, but, he's able to put up some crazy numbers in game number 2 and 3, as he's already got 4 points in game number 2. Arano fighting against ASC's XY. XY, another player, has been doing pretty good. T225, our other player who we're watching to see if he might get on match point, going to be facing it against SS1's CDY Temi in the Realm of Yang. Again, we saw the beautiful Temi TOD coming out in that previous realm. So hopefully we'll get to see some cool magic like that happening again, as the pistol shots are going to come through. T225 has the health advantage right now, was able to deal more damage. The one charge is going to come through, able to turn it around to avoid the parry, but the second one is going to connect. CDY taking a lot of damage. T225 now forced to invest the F ability to avoid the damage from that staff. CDY throwing out the wisp, seeing if he can get the catch, isn't going to be able to come through with it. And now the overhold is going to come through, tries to go for the parry, but he's not going to connect. And T225 capitalizes 1 HP in a dream now for CDY. We're going to see the procs coming through, preventing the heal, but now it's 1 HP in a dream. He's just trying to proc it enough times, and CDY does go down.
TD25 is so clean actually on the Terry. Really, really clean stuff. There's a Rano going low here. I mean, it's not a do or die really for him. If he dies here, he's done all he needed to do in this game. Down he goes. Jin Yuan able to secure that kill. And to be honest, it kind of suits the Rano. The more people who get close towards match point threshold or even qualify for match point threshold, the less likely he is to be targeted down next game. So there is there's a risk and a reward in not being the only person going into game 4 on match point. So let's keep our eyes on that as Jin Yuan grabs himself the White Tigers, heads off, and just looking for people to fight. TD5 now going to have to find himself a kill himself. Also running around with that White Tigers prowess. He is so close. He just needs a couple more kills, and the day is done. Well, the day's not done for him, but he is in a comfortable position on match point threshold. Game number 2 really bad for TT25. Game number 3 and game number 1 have been very, very clean from this guy. Really, really solid performance so far.
I just realized why we see Arano on the Justina for this game. He knew if his plan, I'm guessing, pure speculation, but Justina for game 3 so he can get whatever he wants to play in game number 4. He's not burning up one of the meta picks in a game where he doesn't need to MVP. Now he's got the opportunity to double pick Liam in these next games if he doesn't MVP in game number 4. Very, very smart.
Am I right, though, that we go reverse pick order after game 4? Or is that just trios that does that?
I'm not 100% sure.
Because in trios, if you're in first place, you're always in last pick. But maybe solos is different because we don't have the hero point system, so maybe I'm wrong there. But that's what we do over there. We'll know next game. So it's going to be...
Yeah.
That'll be revealed to us very soon. As Arano, again, his performance here kind of doesn't matter. Like, if he gets caught, he gets caught. But, like, he is qualified. He's done his job at this point. On the other side, TT25 still needs to get a bunch more kills. Still needs to get, like, 2 or 3 more kills to be able to get himself into a position where he can be happy on that match point threshold as well. Right now, not able to find any opportunities to get kills, though. He does see Mike going to chase in. The whole lobby's going to open up on the Mike. He has to freeze himself up. TT5 continues to apply some pressure just to try and find that kill. Not going to be able to get it. They do just back off. Mike now being hunted by TT5. He's got the wisps. He's got the ultimate. We've seen TT5 being so clean with this before. Mike's trying to break away from him. But TT5 is just being unrelenting right now. Mike desperately trying to find some space just to get some breathing room away from this guy. He's going to freeze himself, pops the freeze, try and breaks away nice and fast, but there is no way that TT25 is letting Mike get off that easy. He knows he's weak. He knows he's a potential kill. And 1 point that he absolutely needs if he wants to make it further in.
Yeah, and I believe they know that a Justina is on Yang depletion. I think they could be targeting the wrong one out here, as I believe that they think that they're going for Arano. So they're giving it that extra juice, but Arano, safe and sound on the other side of the map, does have 2 minutes left to claim an elimination, as well as CDY with only 1:46. It looks like they're going to find each other going for this fight. The third parties are going to come in. Trigger block going to come through into the meter dump, and he just uses it to gain some distance. All of these players now getting sharked onto. Both Yang depletion players getting brought extremely low. CDY 1 HP in a dream now. Star going to pick up that kill from the outside. Arano going to claim the bloom, though, being able to cleanse his depletion. He's now in a sticky spot, though. Ultimate available, so we could see him pop that to try and escape this situation. We are going to see him just chilling on the rooftop here, able to get the full reset. What a beautiful assist from the rest of the lobby to come and claim that elimination and give him that soul bloom. TT25 now, beautiful stack on the loadout. Mortal Defiance for him. I believe that's soft step and gecko foot, or that is our phantom step. There, the soul jade. So every time he dashes, he will go invisible for a little second.
Yeah, it's a really nice little soul jade to have, actually. As Mike getting the freeze for out of him, Zinyan not able to get the maximum amount of damage that he would like to. TT25 0.1 ever closer towards that match point threshold. I think he has to MVP this game at this point.
Watch him get 23.9.
Yeah, that would actually be so heartbreaking, having to play another game. We did have that once, actually, in trios, where a player or a team were like 0.2 of a point off making it to the threshold. That's 75 points over there. It's quite a lot more points, but I guess there's a lot more points up for grabs. Yeah, everybody's just chilling out. There's 9 players left in this lobby, Seb. Like, I'm surprised by how chill game number 3 has been.
Yeah, they haven't been getting extremely aggressive. We usually see a couple more players getting eliminated right at the beginning of our games. Edward, CDY, and Verse have been the only 3 players to get fully eliminated from this game so far. Usually by that finishing of the second realm of Yang, we're seeing a couple of more. The way the blooms have been given out, we've seen some more of these players. Arano on depletion, or Mike on depletion. Arano was on depletion. They were able to cleanse. We don't typically see that happen. We usually see most of the players who get on Yang depletion get fully eliminated before being able to cleanse. So just the way the game's been played, Soul Bloom or Spiritwell can be given to Baoda's Chu Zhang. He's got 2 charges on that ultimate. He's going to try and send the way of these other players. It looks like he has found Mike, trying to see if he can get the capture. Misses the capture, timed perfectly. Was a dash from Mike, able to get himself a reset here, and he is just going to back off. Looks like he cancels the ult, and we're going to see that handshake deal from both of these Justinas, trying to fend off any attacks from Chu Zhang.
Yeah, just doing the sustain game right now as all catch up lands in onto Chu Zhang. There's a fair amount of HP. Arano tries to answer back. He's just going to back off for now, though. Very, very passive game, actually. So typically by now we've had a lot more action as Spider being forced off on the Lani. But if I'm TTD5, I'm happy because the smaller this zone gets, the more impact that Sandstorm will have as the zone gets close, smaller and smaller. Arano is going to get a bit of HP here, just has to jump away. I believe he used the ult there. TTD5 gets caught by the freeze. In comes the Bane's Breath. And that is going to separate a lot of the lobby apart now. Everyone's just going to try and get out of the middle of the map. But that Bane's Breath is going to be causing real issues as TTD5 closing in on the rest of everyone. But again, I feel we'll have to probably wait for the next 40 seconds. And when the zone moves again, I expect to see some serious action breaking out. I think someone just got hit. Arano gets hit. A lot of damage lost, but isn't going to die yet. It's being chased down. It has to run into the Bane's Breath. Mike may go for the hunt. Spider's also on the pocket right now. They're trying to break away, trying to turn the attention onto Arano. He's desperately making a run for it. Has been able to get up the tree. But there is the Bane's Breath to finish him off and take him out. TTD5 caught him with the Wisp, and the lobby delivered. TTD5 does get hit by a Bane's Breath in response, though.
Yeah, now we're going to see ASC's XY jumping and seeing if he can put a bit of pressure, making TTD5 sweat for a little bit. And ASC's XY actually able to pick up that elimination from the Bane. Last person to hit him with the huge assist from the Bane's Breath. And it, unfortunate to see Arano go out like that. We saw Mike trying his hardest to peel Spider off of him, but the Bane's going to take him either way. Now we've only got that one Justina left in the lobby. We're seeing Asia now, ultimate invested. Bane has gone down. We're going to see the Temi ultimate getting popped out now. TTD5 going to use this to try and get away. One of the few things that can stop a Syra for just a second or more is that Temi ultimate. And as the ult is going to end up going down pretty quickly here, Asia going to be very low in HP now. No shield available for him. Mike going to try and see if he can get the elimination on the TTD5, but it looks like they are going to let him reset. Now the lobby's focusing their attention onto Arano or Asia as flipping over to that blue fan just for the extra movement buff. All of these players keeping a short-handled weapon in the back pocket for movement is definitely a trend we've seen so far as Asia now trying to get away. Chu Zhang caught in pursuit. No one wanting to give it up. The wild wind sprout coming up from XY in the back end. The heal can be coming from the F ability that was popped. Able to scale res away. The whole lobby wanting this elimination. 1 HP to Dream, 1 focus slash, and he's going to be eliminated. He's going to try and cut noise. Can't heal yet. The teams know where he is. Mike's going to get the catch. The 1-2, but TTD5 with a steal. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. 4 eliminations for him. He's at 21.9. He's 2.1 points away from the match point threshold.
What a steal from TTD5. Annoyingly for him, though, that ult is a bit of a ways up from being charged up. Going to be a big factor as the zone collapses again. Any second now. There it is. Going to start to move, and everyone's going to get forced in even tighter, even closer. There is a lot of players left in this lobby. 7 people. Over half the lobby has made it to this final circle. Been a much slower tempo game than we saw in game 1 and 2. Game 3 been incredibly close, and it could be decisive here. TTD5, if he plays this right, he is looking at being on match point along with Arano going into this next game. Only 2 players to get an MVP today as well. So let's see if they can do it again. Hold that line, TTD5. just playing it nice and safe. Everyone's nice and close. Mike just looking up for the strikes with that long sword. Not going to find the opening. It's TT5 with the golden longsword and the fact that he also has those golden fist weapons and golden armor. He's exceptionally scary right now. He's going to be able to put out some serious damage. Again, another 40 seconds until the zone closes. And everybody is just posturing at each other. No one is committing. No one is full sending it yet. Spider, ultimate ready to go. TTD5, he needs to probably get some range shots in here, to be honest. Build up that rage before the zone collapses, because he's going to be at a bit of a disadvantage not having that one ready to fire. But he's just charging at those fist weapons, getting the extra bits of damage off if he can. As DC Jinyuan loses a fair amount of HP here. 10 seconds now until the zone fully collapses. Spider was able to get some damage onto Jinyuan and force him onto the low ground. Mike is just going to try and zone Spider off, though, for now. You can see TT5 just trying to get some damage off, trying to build that rage up. 75%. He's almost fully there. Zone's collapsing. Fight looks to break out. Star gonna lose a fair chunk of HP here. TT5 knocks him into the zone. That's gonna be a lot of damage onto Star. Trying to get a little bit more out. The ultimate is about to come out here though for TT5, and he can throw that down to control this zone so effectively. Star throwing a football down into the middle of the pool. Doesn't actually hit anyone. To Spider, who just goes aerial here, is trying to stay out of the action, trying to stay out of the mess. TT5 knocked onto the low ground. Ultimate again, remember, is available to him. He's going to throw it out. Refresh. Jinyuan caught out by the wisps, able to break away. TT5 trying to refresh those wisps again. Not actually going to get hit though, as he gets caught by the spear. Catches another wisp. Throws one in. Can he survive? Can he do the damage? He needs to get the kills. Star's going low. Spider's the one to steal it away. Down goes TT5. I don't think he got enough points. And Spider mopped the lobby up.
It was Spider on those final kills. And we're going to see a huge MVP coming up from him here, I believe. T2G5 with 4 eliminations. I don't believe he hung on long enough to get him enough placement points to pass over that threshold. We are going to see here Spider with the MVP. It was looking so promising for T2G5. He had the Tempest kick with the new changes. Omnidirectional Tempest kick was coming up.
Underway, Arano has the biggest target on his back, and he is just trying to quickly grab some gear as quick as possible. Gets himself a gold stash. Blue's dual swords. Needs some armor. Really rings the bell just to get some idea of what's going on. No armor there. Gets himself a blue fan though. As looks like everyone else is all spread out doing their own thing right now. Spider. Again, like, while focusing on Rhino out is priority number 1, priority number 2 is getting a single kill for Spider. That's all he needs to take this game. TTD5, a kill and a bit. Like, there's 2 players he can qualify real quick as a Rhino. Immediately finds Chuz here. Just going to go in for the fans. There's going to be the knock-up. Knocked back for a brief second. Doesn't have ultimate built up yet. Fan comes out, goes a little bit wide. Chuz tries to chase onto him a little bit more. Rhino just breaking away. Looks like Rhino actually doesn't want too much heat. He knows there's a target on him. Armor swaps. Gets that fan, gets some distance. I think he just wants to check out what's going on. Now he's got the blue armor. I think he's feeling a little bit more comfortable, a little less squishier. Waiting for a scale rush to try and catch him out. Just trying to make a break away from Arano. Those players playing this very tempered on the aggression. There we go. Arano opens up with the dual swords. Switches back on to him, goes for the pistol, doesn't quite make the shot onto Chuz. Chuz comes in, good little scale rush onto Arano, catches him in the knockup, 2 shots in. Arano loses a big chunk of his armor, does force Chuz to back off for a brief second, continues to apply pressure to him, goes for the uppercut, doesn't quite hit. The halberds do some work in response though. Arano able to sidestep some of that damage. Chuz finds himself in danger. That's a massive chunk, strips away the armor, strips away half his HP, and now Arano gets the go button, has that F available to break out of a combo if he needs to. Looking for the parry, gonna get hit back. Chuz opens back up. Arano breaks away once again, throws that F down just to get himself a bit of a reposition, goes for a scale rush, not gonna get it. Chuz now opening up into Arano, catches him in the opening. Can Arano survive? No! Outplayed 1 versus 1.
Oh, no way. Arano selling his chance to win on game number 4. That is insane. As we're going to be taking a look, the rest of the game right now, If Arano can come back from this, I'd be super impressed. Like there's a small chance that he can. He needs to, get the scale up. Oh, big parry from Mike here, able to get the 1.0 off onto TT25. TT25 needs to get this elimination. Mike does have ultimate available, so this could be dangerous for him here, but very low HP for TT25. He also has ult available. We're going to see it come out now. Oh my goodness, Mike could actually lose this here.
He dodged.
Oh, Tiger Slash gonna come through. Follow up 1 HP. Mike, come on. Oh my goodness, he goes down. T225 gets his first elimination. He needs one more point. He can hold for the rest of the game. He can hide for the entire rest of the game. Arano already blue weapon, purple armor. Oh my goodness, he might be back.
Other way around, but no, he's fine. Like, honestly, him losing his revive sucks, but like, it's actually not a be-all end-all. He died quick enough in the game that like he can get scaled for the Roma Yang. That's like the most important thing. If you get stuck in a long fight, then reset about a minute or so before Roma Yang, you're not going to be able to get gear put together quick enough to actually jump into a Roma Yang and continue to keep up with the kind of power curve of the whole lobby, where he died so fast that he was able to get himself in purple weapon, blue armor. May even have time to grab himself some purple armor if he can find some. Arano's okay. Fighting. It's not the start he wanted, but he is okay. Spider, on the other hand, having a very quiet game. And again, he doesn't really need to do much this game. He just needs not to get knocked out very early. Still got his revive. TTD5 of a huge start there on the Lani. Able to score that goal, get that kill. One more, and he has done it. He's qualified himself. And then game 5, it's going to look really scary for Arano when you got two major players in the lobby just trying to get something done. There's going to be the purple armor for Arano. He's got a purple hang sword as well. So I want to see Arano just risk it. Just jump into a Roma Yang. I think that's super important for him. The problem he has is if you look at where the Roma Yangs are and the spread, Arano is going to the most contested Roma Yang, and everyone's going to see LAM trying to jump into a Roma Yang. And I think they're going to have a good idea of what needs to be done. They will throw the game to take him out.
Oh, 100%. They'll throw this to take him out of the game. There's
Star.
No doubt about it. Volpine Essence on Star. It looks like he had all of this area to himself. Oh, look at that. Arano with the Moonbane to secure this Realm of Yang. That is the smartest play that he could possibly make here, as isolating everybody from contesting this. Somebody could try and surf it, but they're not going to throw the game that way. If they see a Liam, they might attempt it, but GG25 and Spider, both players that need this. So Spider looks to jump to a different Yang portal, I believe. No, he's just going for a bit of extra Trove loot. Finds himself a few extra little goodies here. And I think Spider might try and go Spirit Well, as we've seen him attempt that a couple of times here. And it looks like Mike, Wufong, and Edward going for this Yang portal, as we're going to see Wufong is going to be getting himself shot down pretty quickly here. Forced to back out. Looks like Edward has been the one to claim this. Mike desperately wanting it. The Akos being one of the main leaders of the Realm of Yang. When you play Akos and Yang, you are going to be coming out on top almost guaranteed. Especially Mike, who has been dubbed in CN as the king of Akos. He's got his own Akos customization, face customization. As we're going to be seeing, look at Spider going for the cave as well as WBG's verse. They're not going to be engaging, as nobody going for a fight here. No one is contesting any sort of extra damage. Nobody trying to get get themselves a cheeky elimination, because they all are just waiting desperately for the opportunity to take down a Liam.
They're also just chilling as long as possible. Arano wants to see if he can get in as late as possible into this Roma Yang. So far, it's just CDY. This is honestly the best person Arano could go up versus. Blue armor, blue weapons. Like, it's not a bad fight for him, but he's holding that button. Everybody is waiting till the last possible moment to jump into the Roma Yang. I think GT5 is going to jump in. He's going to get his hands onto OA.
Oh, no.
Arano's got Edward. Okay. Edward hasn't had a good day. So it's actually maybe okay here. Arano going to jump up nice and high, get that aerial off, try and look for the bow shots onto Edward, trying to catch him out. Comes down onto the low ground. Edward looks for the bow, looks for the fan, able to connect it onto him. Arano loses a fair amount of HP, has to use that F early, has got himself the ultimate up. Edward comes forwards, gets a whole heap of damage off. Here is Biweekly Finals 1 Edward showing up. There's going to be the ultimate thrown down. Edward now just going to keep the pressure up. Ball comes out, though, from Arano. He needs to capture Edward, try and slow down this aggression onto him. But he is just not giving Arano a window. Arano's kind of choking today. Finally gets onto that match point threshold and then suddenly just crumbles. Edward, who's had an absolutely garbage day, is absolutely outclassing Arano in the 1v1. He hasn't been able to do anything. Arano's down.
No way, Edward. When the
man.
time comes to come in clutch, Edward is there for the kill, and it's cooked. It's cooked for Arano, ladies and gentlemen. There's almost no possible way that he's going to be able to do this here. He has to cleanse Soul Bloom as a Liam. This is going to be difficult. TG25, oh my goodness, TG25 as well is going to be losing his fight in the Realm Yang. That is very unfortunate for him. We're going to see a bounty on to, I believe that was Edward. Edward, who finally starting to pick up some momentum in game number 4 here. TG25 needed that elimination, and now he's on Yang depletion as well. TG25 and Arano both on depletion. And look at that. Star sees him, and he's going to go for this kill immediately. If Liam dead, he needs to get this kill. Star is just ready for this fight here. We're going to see the jump through. Gets Prio, is going to have to be forced to pop the F. Star going to use that to back out of this fight. And it looks like Star is going to just try and run away, trying to run Arano into other players at this point here. As now, this is a place that's very easy to scale away. So many different areas to jump out of. The 1-2 going to connect for Star here. Tries to go for the parry, is going to miss. The weapon swap combo going to come through. F ability invested from Arano to get out of that. Overhold going to connect, but the overhold back around onto Star's side going to also connect. Huge grab going to come through, able to get the throw into another player as Edward going to be jumping in on the third party. Star able to find himself an armor swap. Arano going to go for the pot. Now Star on the back end, forced to pop ultimate here, is going to end up just seeing Arano back out. The max distance grapple going to come through, though, preventing Arano's escape. He has 1 charge left in that ultimate, might try and use it, is going to capture, gets the throw onto Edward, backing off from this fight here. Going to switch over to the fan, getting himself that extra mobility, and TG25 hot in pursuit.
They're keeping that pressure on TT25. 2 minutes left. Arano also going low. I mean, this is either TT25 knocks Arano out of this game and puts himself on the match point threshold, or Arano starts his comeback, but Edward has found Arano. Arano, no ultimate available to him, and the whole lobby sees Liam being chased, and Arano, this may just be the end for him. He's trying to make a break for it. And honestly, I'm going to be harsh here, but Arano has no one but himself to blame. He got absolutely schooled by 2 people who have been really underperforming today. So, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate for him, but this was his chance to have an advantage over the rest of the lobby. And he kind of threw it. He fumbled to the pressure. And it's a very, very typical thing we see a lot of players do. Arano knocked out. TT25 still looking to try and get himself a Soul Bloom and cleanse. Edward is on the mark, but there's going to be the parry. Edward's going low. TT25, can he cleanse it? Edward's going to in. He doesn't get the Soul Bloom. TT25 is still struggling, but he gets another parry. Star's the one caught out. TT25 denied Soul Bloom after Soul Bloom. Now caught in the parry. Throws the F down. Tries to break away. Star's got the freeze. TT25 needs to find the parry, but he's caught up by the freeze, and Star's going to find the extra damage onto him. Uppercut comes down, and TT25 is denied. So close to making it to that threshold, but it's not going to be enough.
Oh my goodness. It just seems that the skill level, once you hit close to match point threshold, just goes away. Your skill just immediately disappeared. Oh, TOD combo from CDY there. Able to go from the alt proc after the grapple bump into a beautiful elimination onto Baoda's Chu Zhang, who has gone down. And now the match will play as normal. The only possibility now is Spider needs 0.5 more points. So he needs one more kill, or he needs to survive for just a little bit longer into the top 5, I believe, to get himself that extra 0.5 of a placement point. 23.9 for YZG's T225 is so unfortunate to see for him here, as Edward, now off to a tear, 2 eliminations on the board for him, is going to be jumping into this next Roma Yang. And wow, the lobby answered. They did exactly what they needed to do, and they took Arano out of the game. We're going to be seeing CDY and Star in this Roma Yang. OA might be getting a free Roma Yang here. It looks like nobody jumping into that second realm. So Edward going to be getting himself a free bit of loot. Star and CDY going head to head. Huge parry going to come out from Star. What a beautiful play coming through. Nice weapon swap. Star going to hit the TOD here. Oh my goodness. CDY is absolutely cooked. The freeze going to come into the double charge. Oh, he gets the ult off. Oh, he doesn't finish it. CDY almost was able to come back from that. 1 HP in a dream. He got the ultimate off. And now it looks like TE had jumped in last minute into this Roma Yang. We're seeing Wufang now against Edward. One charge going to come through, turning it beautifully to avoid the parry from Edward. He almost got the parry off. Golden fan in hand, trying to face off. No shield at all for Wufang. Edward is going to get taken down by the double charge from the Fist Blades. Fist Blades going to be coming in huge there. Big overhold going to come through, and now Edward has ult up. Wufang just needs to prevent the heal. It looks like Wufang was able to get a little bit of a heal off. Shield proc going to come through here. He has F. He has ultimate available. F going to be invested now. I think there's one shield proc left. We're going to see the shield is going to get procced now. Edward does have that immortality proc available, so all he needs to do is hit one nice slash. Immortality proc is going to come out, though. Here we go. Edward very low in HP right now. Oh my god, he gets Prio, Edward! Oh no, Wufang able to turn it around. What a play.
That's the Edward we've seen all day. That's the Edward we've been seeing. Was able to deny pretty hard. Now, it's only going to be Spider on game 5, who's also going to be on that threshold alongside Arano. Unless TT25 somehow gets like enough placement points, but I don't know. Spider just literally needs one kill. It's very sad if TT25 is 0.1 point off 24.
Yeah.
We will see. We will see. He went out quite early, so I don't think he really does get any placement points, unfortunately, for him. But cutting over now, Star with the not the Bird's Might, with the White Tigers on him, is currently just hunting to see if he can find anybody to fight. And it does feel like the tempo does slow down quite a lot in solos at this point. After the Roma Yangs kind of fade off, Edward, the only one running around with that debuff on, gonna have a hard time because everyone's just playing incredibly passive. You don't get that kind of like after the first Roma Yang where everyone with the Bird's Might, everyone with the debuff, 6 people just scrap in a mosh pit and a couple of other people just throw shots in to see if they can grab a kill or not. But we are seeing Spider taking himself a fight here versus Edward. Edward throws out. Has to be careful though. That Sandstorm is going to heavily shut down the Kailin. Not really much he's going to be able to do. Caught in the knock-up. Edward trying to find those dashes. Caught out mid-air. Is going to be able to jump back in, but I believe there's a refresh on the Wisp there. A lot of damage coming out from Edward. Does still have a dash to work with. Going to chase forwards. He's about to lose that, though. Ultimate timing out, and Edward's out of dashes. Spider's keeping the pressure up onto him as Edward's going low. They continue to apply some pressure down there. Spider going to sneak away, go for the reset. Although Star is hunting Spider down. Spider knocked out. Wait. Did Spider qualify?
No,
I don't even know if he's qualified.
Oh my goodness. Nobody qualified for match point. Arano gets a second chance.
Well, we'll see, because there is placement points and they don't get put into this section yet.
They've already added the original, the initial placement points. The Spider needed 0.5 more. He had 23 points coming into this. He got the 0.5 for the top 10. I believe, and then he needed to get top 5 for the extra 0.5 points to qualify, and we're at 5 players left already, and he's only at 23.5, so he doesn't qualify. GT25 does not qualify either. Mike is now, it's his lobby to try and come up with 7 points, 7 more points to get himself across that match point threshold. He's on.
That's
he's
a very
on
tall
Akos.
ask. Especially, yeah, he is. But Star's also absolutely scaled through the wazoo right now. Golden fan, golden armor. Did have the white tigers. That is now worn off. On the Justina, there's a lot going against him right now. Mike, not particularly as geared. Gets himself the golden pole sword. Purple pole sword. So it does get itself something a little nicer. Versus looking to potentially hunt onto Mike. I feel like this game is get as many points. If I was Mike, the 7 is achievable, but it is going to be a tall ask for him. But if he can do that, that's huge. But I think it is get as close as possible and then hope that no one wins next game. And then you'll be on match point threshold going into game 6 alongside whoever else will be making it. Verse having a very quiet game actually on the Temi. Everyone's just taking their turn at the shops. It's just shop exchanging going on between all of the teams right now.
Quick look at the Jades we're seeing. I believe that's Hexa Harmony, Stormstride. We're going to be taking a look here. I'm doing my best to read. I think that's Fire Arrows and Target Lock up at the top there for CDY. He's got Advanced Heal. Shout out Severio, our Jade translator, will be hopefully translating those Jades in the chat for you guys. As OUG's Mike now. I'm not going to get to see what he's got for Soul Jades, but Mystic Might Spirit. Well, these players, there's 5 players left with 8 minutes left to go. Like it's really, there's nothing that can change because our top 3 players have all been targeted out and eliminated. These players, when you're on the bottom, something switches. Something turns on when you're trying to prevent a player from getting there. Oh, armor pierce on Mike. As we see Wu Fang getting hit with a musket shot, only losing HP, not losing his shield. That could be very dangerous for a player. You get an armor swap off and you're still low HP. You get hit with one of those armor piercing rounds. You're not going to be surviving. Wu Fang now becoming the target of this lobby is going to be getting hit with a lot of cannon fire. These players are starting to make their way over. Mike, seeing if he can get another musket shot off, tries to go for the Akos F, is not able to connect with it. There we go, another armor piercing shot. Oh my goodness, he could go out. He could go out here as Mike is going to be engaging up on the top. It looks like he has dropped down, allowing the reset to happen. But wow, what a play from Mike if he was able to get that kill.
Yeah, that would have been absolutely huge. But for now, Mike gonna step back in to this Spirit Well. Everybody looks to be contesting that one. See a little bit of damage coming out. CDY got himself the golden hand sword. Gonna step up to Star. Star's gonna just turn around with the halberds. Doesn't do too much damage off the back of that one. It is the Mystic Might. Who's going to pick it up? I think Star's the one in control right now. CDY's trying his hardest to force him off, but he's going to lose a lot of armor in response for that one. Star quite happy. Going to throw down the ultimate. He's willing to commit. There's the freeze. Coming down. Can he find the opening? Looking for a good chance to get the freeze down onto these members. Cannon fire coming in. Freeze available. Star has to blink back up. Gets caught out by so much damage. Jumps onto the high ground. Is going to get for a heal. But Mike snipes him with the musket. Beautiful kill. Takes away his golden gear. And now Mike can jump down onto the low ground. Burst caught out by the shield as well. CDY looks to capture the Spirit Well, but Mike did what he needed. Killing a bag. Beautiful play.
Oh, Wolfog now as well, getting extremely low. And look at that. The armor pierce from Mike is able to come through. Oh my goodness. Verse getting knocked up into the air from CDY. That looks like everybody getting hyper aggressive now. CDY. Oh my goodness. The Bane almost taking Verse out. Exploding armor going to knock CDY back. Temi ultimate going to be invested now. He's so low in HP. Oh, the Bane. Oh my goodness. What is going on right now, ladies and gentlemen? Verse is going to be able to get himself a pot off very
He's trying
quickly.
to catch CDY with a wisp in the Bane.
It'd be lethal if that were to happen. So unfortunate if that would be the case. And it looks like CDY is going to be able to knock him off, gets the focus off. Verse trying to get away, but the scale rush prevention. Oh, scales back down. Verse finally able to get some movement to get away. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No hit onto Verse here. Oh my god. Oh, my god. CDY! Bane MVP, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike denied the kill, but CDY removing another one from the lobby. Mike gets golden armor. 3 players left. Somehow Wu Feng, after everything that went on, is still in this game. 4 minutes left on the circle. Bane is finally worn off. And Mike is just going to hide up. But it is really going to be about these next few moments. The action that's going to break out. Wu Feng dropping his soul jade there for a brief second, but it's going to grab it back up as now CDY has found Wu Feng. Just going to look to pressure up onto him. Mike is probably just going to play for the snipes at the end here. Actually, I say that. Mike steps out. Missed it Mike on to CDY. So he knew where Mike was, to be fair. Mike actually losing a lot of armor. Wu Feng, same here, though. CDY trying to see if he can just play tidy up. Let these two scrap it out. Let these two wear each other down. Wu Feng not being given the opportunity to heal. Mike able to actually get some pot off and does a fair amount of damage, but gets caught by Mike's Tiger. Wu Feng going low. Still got that pressure. Mike is going to continue the chase down. Catches out one more time. And that is the kill for Mike. It's a 1 versus 1. Gets himself some healing done with that Soul Bloom. CDY finds himself caught briefly as Mike continues to fire off. Just trying to play the evasion game, but the parry comes down. Can he steal the fans? I don't think he was able to. Mike still got them, but he's not going to use it. He's just going to switch the hand sword back to the fan. Mike trying his hardest. Ults away. Got the F. Throws it out onto CDY midair. Has the armor advantage right now. Both of them are playing this very, very tame. Mike wants a reset, but he's not getting that opportunity to go for it. Jumped up into the sky. CDY chasing forwards onto Mike. Mike gets back onto the high ground. Both of them look to try reset, but no. It is just constant aggression breaking out. Mike making an escape. No armor available to him. Both of them are now down onto their regular health. Mike trying to evade. Caught in the uppercut. This could be the end of days for him. Caught by the bull. And that is CDY securing the kill on the Lani.
What a play. The Lani ult. He held on to it for so long. He could have tried to invest it while they were scale rushing, but he knew that there was going to be so much movement on those buttery rocks. He waited till the perfect time. And the LMB of Destiny, he catches Pryo, sends him in.
He's got a hard character to do it on, but we have seen some clean Temi plays here. Now, Wu Feng has found a Rano. Rano has not found a weapon, is the problem he's got. He's just trying to make a run for it, trying to escape. Can he grab anything? Oh, he's denied? That is some BM, man. He gets denied the loot.
No.
And that is probably a Rano going down off the start. Wu Feng able to secure the kill there.
Oh, my God. And Mike almost eliminated as well here. Spider needs this kill. If he gets the kill, he's secured into match point. Wow. Arano already eliminated. The unlucky draw of getting no weapon off of spawn. Edward getting himself eliminated here as well. CDY picking up a nice little elimination. And CDY is starting to climb. He's back up to 5th place. He was in 11th behind Star at the end of game 2. So it's nice to see. Oh my God, TG25 getting himself parried here. He could get eliminated. If he gets eliminated right now and doesn't survive, that would be absolutely terrible. As we're going to see him just holding blue, trying to escape versus just full in pursuit of this elimination here. He's going to be able to get the overhold, but the F ability invested from Verse to be able to avoid that. It looks like, oh, wow. The peel coming out from Wufong, and now Verse jumping in on the back end is forced to escape the 2v1 situation with this handshake deal that these Justinas have with each other. It looks like TT25 with the 1-2 is going to be able to connect so much damage onto that, going for that gold trophy, potentially getting himself a better armor, as now trying to go for the parry. These Justinas aren't going to attack each other. Verse able to find an armor swap. TT25 looks like he is just going to back off and go for a bit of loot scale.
Yeah, I think he was wasting a bit too much time. He is not geared up to carry on going in this game, unfortunately. He's just going to back off as TT5 actually turning his attention now towards Verse. Spider finds Mike. Remember, Spider only needs that 1 kill. And he has qualified going into game number 6. Arano needs a good game. He has had 2 bad games off the bat. I mean, to be fair, it's a tilter, but he didn't get any gear to drop onto, so just lost off the gear deficit as Mike Being hunted here by Spider. Spider continues to chase forward, catches the grapple onto Mike. Mike's making a run for it. Nice little parry from Spider. There's the damage. Mike immediately just takes into the cloak. Freeze comes in from Wu Feng. Can they steal this from Spider? If Spider is denied again, heartbreak for him. Wu Feng secures the kill. Spider catches Wu Feng for all of his armor, forces him to dash away, and Spider is furious with Wu Feng. He gets frozen up. He loses all of his health, but he is not done. Chasing forwards, Wu Feng looks for the scale rush. He's going to get interrupted. Spider gets the ult off, going for the dashes onto Wu Feng. Catches him with one dash. Can he catch with another? Yes, he can. The freeze comes out, though. Going to look for another dash through. Missing onto the next one. 2 more dashes available. Needs to get those resets in. I think he got caught on a rock with that dash. He's going to go in for the slash forwards. There's going to be the damage. Both of them are low. Spider on match point. So close to being denied, but he is back in it. TTD5 also very close to that match point, being chased down, forced to dash with the Justine himself, going for the heals, going for the resets. So much action.
Well, Star getting dangerously low down there as we're going to see the proc coming through with the double freeze. Oh my goodness, knocking away. Looks like Verse is going to get the kill. The freeze coming through. He misses the next freeze. Jump LMV going to come out, freeze. There we go. Verse could be getting eliminated here. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. T225 and Spider both securing the points they need to make it in to that match point threshold. I thought it was going to be a sell from both of them. It looked like it was going to be bad for both of them. Here we are. We're in the exact same situation. Arano with purple armor, some good scaling. He has a decent amount of loot, and is going to be going Assault Smolder, 2 attack Jades, and a melee resist Jade. We're going to be seeing him making his way over. I think he might try and go for a Realm of Yang here. I'm not 100% sure. Could be the play to go for a scale rush. But Mike, no eliminations. He needs 4 points to get to that top place, which it is possible. I think Mike takes Yangs here. T225 and Spider are definitely just going to be going to target the Temi. They're not going to try anything else. They're safe. They've made it into match point. Mike is still looking for 4 eliminations. It's just going to be difficult. There we go. XY is going to be able to buy himself some purple armor. Let's see. XY is at 16.8. He still needs 7.2 points to get himself into match points. So it's a bit more of a challenge for him, but he's had some decent games.
Yeah, he has. He has definitely had some pretty good games. TT25 geared up. Still 0.1 of a point off qualifying. So this is an absolute must for him. Mike is looking to play the contest game, though. TT5 with that golden longsword is very scary. You see the Rummy Yang spawn up. You've got to hold it for a minute. I think Mike realized that he just wasn't going to get into it. Arano playing the contest himself. Here, actually looking to force out CDY. He's going to heal up somewhat. Not got the best weapon loadout. Just got the blue nunchucks. It's just a bit of a waiting game as Arano. So many disappointing performances. Well, one really disappointing performance today, unfortunately. And this was his last lifeline. He got completely robbed at the start. But he is sitting A-OK right now. CDY trying his hardest to play the contest onto Arano. But Arano, 20 seconds left to hold. Has that sandstorm if he really needs to throw it down. Last time we saw Arano go into these Romiangs, though, he got absolutely slammed. Like, giga checked. So
he got.
Let's see if Arano can do it.
Up.
He's going to hold. I know he's going to jump in immediately. So he's versus FPX Star. This is going to be a big one to watch. Star had a pretty good game number 4. Pretty disappointing day for the rest of the day, though. So Arano, not the worst person he can be going toe-to-toe with. Both of them taken to the sky right now. Pistol shots coming in from Arano, just trying to chip away at the health bar. Wasn't really able to do too much. Nunchucks go down. Sandstorm is available to Arano. Does have the F up and available. Star goes in for the old Pokeball. Loses a big chunk of armor. Is going to dodge away. Throws out the whiff. Didn't make the connection with it. Has still got one on to go. Throws out the Sandstorm. Star trying to break away from those whiffs. Can he actually get escape off is the big question. As Arano caught inside the ball. Star's gonna be able to get a whole heap of damage off onto him as Arano trying to just escape away from this one. He loses way too much HP. He's just caught in the infinite. Arano is just getting out-gapped every time we see him inside one of these Ramayangs. Guy's getting melted.
Double carousel to end his career. Arano had the fight in the bag. He gets hit. The 2-1-1 from Spider going to be taking Edward out in the back end here as well. I can't believe my eyes. Arano is winning the fight. He's got maybe one more focus attack, and he wins that scrap against, oh my goodness, the double carousel. Switching to the blue longsword. Carousel into grapple bump into carousel against the wall. It's just, there's no other play to make there. It's the perfect finish comeback. But wow, Arano sold the absolute heck out of that game. And I don't think he wins. I think that we're going to see him lose now. There's no way that he comes back from a mental deficit like this. Even though he's on the Temi, like that kill should have been there for him. He focused in. He missed the tap dodge on the ball throw from the Liam. And now he's got CDY to his left behind him there. He could try and make the play for CDY. Looks like he's just going to try and see what goodies were left in the cave. Running it up. He's got a Salt Smolder. He has a good stack. Like, there's so many opportunities for him here, but lone Temi in the lobby. He's going to get himself focused out so quickly here. As we're taking a look now, Spider versus Star. Star winning that Realm of Yang fight. Asia going to be jumping in here. All of our Vermilion players going head-to-head in a scrap-off, and it looks like we're going to see Spider investing that Kylan ultimate. Finds the runaround onto Star and gets the elimination. Arano gets the Soul Bloom. Arano cured Cleanse. Oh my goodness, there's no way.
It's a big cleanse, but like he's still 0 kills. He's got 17 minutes left in the game. He has to have one hell of a performance if he wants to bring this one back. Throws out the Sandstorm as an answer here to Spider. But Spider is just going to lock him down, and that is Arano done. I think he is tilted out of this game. I don't see Arano coming back at all today off this. He's had 2 absolutely garbage performances, and honestly, I'll forgive him on that first death on this game. Because that was just drop RNG. Like, he didn't get a weapon on drop, so he got ran down. But he is getting gapped by, like, I mean, Star and Edward are the 2 people who gapped him inside of Arama Yang. And they are both the 2 bottom players in the day. So, yeah, he's tilted. Like, there's no coming back from this for Arano. But Spider now into that match point threshold. TTD5, he may not even make it again. He might go for another donut and have to spend another game trying to play a catch-up for the rest of the lobby. Spider is being heavily focused down, does have the Vermilion Bird's Might, so it's not the end of the world for him. Down he goes. But yeah, TT5 needs to find himself one more kill or one more placement point. But he doesn't have long because he's got that debuff on.
He's got 24.9. He's all good. He was
You're correct. It's 24,
away.
Not 25. My bad.
Yeah. As we're going to see now, Star almost gets the grab off onto Asia. Asia's in a bit of trouble here. He's got 10 seconds left. As it looks like Spider with a salty run back. This guy is ruthless. Picking up another elimination, putting himself onto 4 kills. Gets that pick off onto Asia. And what a beautiful kill indeed. As TT25 now jumping into the mix. He sees that Spider has that ultimate burnt. It looks like he's not going to go for the fight here, but a minute left is going to put that ultimate to use here. Pops ult. We're going to see a huge freeze on a Chuzhang now. Very, very low in HP. Going to try and follow him with the dashes. Justina v. Justina, I believe. As I'm not able to catch up to him. And this could be it for him here. He's got 41 seconds left. And the movement on Plume Castle is just, you're able to kite for days here. As Edward going to get himself parried. And now is forced to pop the ultimate. Is going to get the stun off onto TT25. Dazzle coming through. He's able to kite this out. I believe he only has a couple of seconds left. As Edward also only has 10 seconds left to cure his Yang depletion. As, oh my goodness, he could get this. 3, 2, 1, dead. And get the bloom. Yes, he does. Oh my goodness, TG5 got the bloom. What a play. Dash.
How did you do that?
And I'm out of here. He had the fight that happened with TG25's Yang ended a little bit later, so he had a little bit more time. And with 2 dashes, he's able to time it perfectly.
That is so clutch from him. So clutch. Now we're seeing Mike, who is 4 points off. Just currently playing the contest on that realm of Yang. Spider and Wu Feng inside their realm of Yang. Mike just needs 4 more points if he wants to make it in to that match point threshold and join Arano, Spider, and now TT25. See if they're going to be able to do it. As down jumps Spider, trying to get some damage off on the Wu Feng. Looks for a bit here. Wu Feng gets sent back in just briefly. Spider going to continue to pressure up. Wu Feng freezes himself. Spider gets caught. He's going to lose a fair chunk of HP here. The freezes come out. The dashes as well, though. Both of them just looking to dash onto one another. Spider caught in the infinite. Just caught on the edge. Time and time again, we're seeing people getting caught on the edge of the zone. And Spider may just pay the price for that. He has some dashes left, but I don't know how he's going to use them. Tries to go in for the dash, and yeah, getting caught out heavily here. I'm so used to the trios map where you have more space behind the pillars. In solos, you just get absolutely rolled for this. Like, you just get caught on the edge and completely battered down. Mike trying to play evasion, using the pillar again as his major terrain to work with, but he's just going to get caught out here. Throws out the throws out the ball with the ultimate there. Verse has the advantage though, and I think Mike might be in some trouble. You have to land some pretty big shots. He's only got 1 last ball to use. Trying to make that connection. I believe he hasn't thrown it out yet. He's looking for it. Missed it there. Comes down onto Verse. Verse but able to break away. Mike may just be playing the timeout game here because there is no way he's going to find this turnaround. Has the combo breaker with the F. Is able to break away briefly. But Verse is just unrelenting onto Mike as down he goes.
You can see it in Mike's face there. He's like, oh, you know what? Fair enough. But Shiol into Lonnie is a very difficult fight because the whole point of Shiol's ult is blocking attacks. Lonnie's whole point of her ultimate is a ball that will hit you. So every time you throw a Lonnie attack, you're giving the Shiol a proc onto their ult. So it's not the greatest fight to go into if you're able to burn it and time your tap dodges perfectly, but you saw that Mike was specifically avoiding going for any sort of ultimate attack onto his opponent because they were Shiol. And it's unfortunate for them, but Verse is going to be able to take away the win there. Mike, no eliminations, isn't able to get himself any closer to match point as Spider and TT25 have already crossed over the threshold. Mike on that Yang depletion, he needs to cure that fast, but so is Spider. We could see a nice little Mike Spider face off. Kylan versus Lonnie is a very interesting one too.
Sorry, I was muted as I was taking a sip. A whole bunch of people in the area. 11 minutes left in the game. 3 minutes 20 left on this debuff here. Mike has 4 minutes, so he has a little bit more time. Just playing the old evasion game. So I'm just going to continue to chase up. Mike gets caught by a grapple. We are on a ballista. Ballistas are a little harder to use in solos because you don't have like a team to kind of protect you on the ballista. But can get some damage off. If you get a good ballista shot onto someone, you can turn the whole lobby against that person who gets ballisted.
Typically in solos, we usually see these players playing around the ballista tower, just using the tower to peel. It's always these buildings that are really easy to avoid getting hit. We're going to see up, down, around. They play ring around the tower constantly here. Oh my goodness, Spider with a huge Kylan slash. Trying to go for the follow-up onto Mike as he needs this elimination. Missing that slash, which is going to lose him a considerable amount of HP. And look at that. Spider's HP bar is going down. Mike getting very low in health, though. This could be very, very bad for him. Spider just going to go for the pot quickly as Mike taking a whole lot of damage. Spider jumping back into the mix here as he finds Wu Feng. Mike going to be able to peel pretty quickly, but Verse not wanting to give up the play. We're seeing the Justina ult coming up from Wu Feng as well. Ooh, the cave is going to come in clutch for Mike, though. Armor swap. Oh, Mike is so happy right now. It looks like all of these players have backed off. Verse might try and jump in there. Spider's the one who really needs the kill. So, Mike is already back to full HP, though. So they both have that Yang depletion still. Mike not going for Spider. The optimal play is to go for the Kylan. Being the only Kylan in the lobby, you're able to see which heroes lose in the realm of Yang. You're not able to see which players do, but you know that Kylan's on Yang depletion here, and you're not going for him. He could go for CDY right now, and it looks like he might just take himself away. He needs a kill in the next minute 56, and look at that. Spider only has a minute, so Mike does have a lot more time on his Yang depletion timer, but Spider getting a lot more desperate here. Look at this. We're seeing him go. Pistol shot going to come out. The third party going to be invested from all three of these players. Huge pole sword damage coming in from Chuzhang. And Mike is going to go down. TTT5 picking up the elimination. And there we go. Verse picking up the Soul Bloom. Spider going to just take himself into the zone. That's going to be all she wrote for Spider. I don't think he's going to try and go for a push. He does have ult back pretty soon. So this might actually work out for him. We'll see what happens. Verse going to get chunked so low. Pole sword slash going to be coming in. Spider trying to see if he can capitalize on this, but the Shy ult's going to be invested. It's over for Spider.
Yeah, I don't think he's really going to be able to do much here. It's get caught by the shield. Throws out the ultimate, but Shy will look to catch him back in response as Spider. 10 seconds to get a kill. It would have to be a miracle. Nope, there he is. Verse kills himself another kill. That's his fourth of this game, and Verse is now actually in a position to potentially qualify. Kind of been sleeper good today. Had a couple of good games, had a couple of bad games. Keeping that pressure up. Wu Feng chasing in, but the Bane's breath is going down. Good freeze, does connect. Pops Wu Feng absolutely miles back, but they can continue the pressure on. As Choose comes up, tries to get some damage off. Oh, Verse, this is dangerous. Two Bane's breaths in the building. Was able to just about put a cancel on and avoid getting killed. He is in some danger, and Verse is taken out. Choose able to secure the kill for himself. Goes for a freeze. Goes for a breakaway. TTT5 though, going to continue to apply the pressure. Catches the knockup. TTT5. He's already one of the front runners still in this game, as there's the freeze. There's the parry. Huge parry coming out. TTT5 though is not done. He knows that he's low. One pot comes down though. Chiz able to get some healing in. TTT5 goes for another freeze. Unable to make the connection. Can we see another parry? Freeze comes out briefly just to try and break away from that staff before it really gets a big conk down. They're catching on again with the staff and stripping the armor away. He is taken out by TTT5 with a pistol, who's done playing the melee game. Switches to range.
Yeah, the cannon shot from TTT5 going to seal the fate there, as Verse getting himself eliminated, as well as Chuzhang going down. This is a very, very fast-paced game when it comes to all of the match point players getting eliminated. The next in line that's still alive in this game is going to be ASE's XY. He is on the Syra, so we're probably just going to be seeing him playing for the end game to try and get match MVP. He is 4.2 points away from qualifying. So is Wu Feng. Wu Feng's actually tied with XY. They've been tied in the overall standings and the game standings per game almost every single time in the middle of the board. As now Aizhao becoming the target of the lobby. He's going to get a parry off on an FPX's star. Oh my goodness, Bane. CDY. Oh, everybody getting it. Oh my goodness. CDY getting almost brought down to 0 HP. We're going to be seeing Star getting brought low. Everybody getting taken out by the Bane. What a huge hit. 3 players getting knocked out by the Bane there. Oh, big engraving hit going to come through. Star getting brought very low. Still forced to surf the Bane right now. Cryo going to be getting given over to into the gravel. Oh my goodness, the Bane's going to prevent the... Oh, he gets the kill anyways. I thought
no
was
way
going to get hit by the Bane and Star was going to survive. Oh my god. Bane's Wrath, the most entertaining mechanic in the whole game.
Absolutely huge. I love this Bane. This was like one of my favorite additions. It just made mid game or end game so exciting. 5 players left. Zone moves in 14 seconds. Gonna probably see a very explosive little section here. TT25, staff in hand, ready to go. Bane's gonna be fading out momentarily as well. everybody starts to crash closer and closer together. Wu Feng, ultimate available. Got some really solid gear right now. Open up onto Asia. Asia kind of inted themselves last game. They picked a really, really terrible character to be picking when the whole lobby was looking for them, but doesn't matter. They've made a comeback in this game, got 2 kills, made it into that final circle, but T225 is absolutely decimating him. Wu Feng's the one to steal the kill away, and just like that, there were 4. Oh my word, that work with the staff was absolutely phenomenal. Now, it looks like there's 2 1v1s happening across on opposite sides as well. One thing, just going to do a little bit of looting, a little bit of grabbing some goodies. Heal back up.
Yeah,
we saw you can just tune his health back up as T225 chasing into the 1v1, trying to come in for a third party here. Freeze is available to him.
T225, that stanchion Sky Pillar, just a very scary Jade to have right now. That silence that he was able to put onto these players to secure that control that we just saw a second ago onto Asia. Wufang did end up stealing the elimination, but it was a beautiful play. And as we saw, Wufang has Dreadful Whale available if he needs. He's got that gold Jade in his pocket. He also has Starfall, which would be fun to see. Huge parry though from CDY. Bring this back around. F ability going to get invested because T225 with the scale rush going to deal so much damage onto him on the back end. We're going to see Wufang gold pole sword in hand. T225's got one of those as well. ASC's XY very low scale. He's got blue armor and he's still not the target of the lobby right now. He is on Syra. So, these players could be going for the focus on him, but it looks like we saw CDY get parried, use his F ability to prevent any sort of damage coming through onto that. We're seeing him throwing out blues left, right, and center. We're going to see the pistol shots coming out from Wufang. Ultimate is now invested for CDY. We're going to see him bring this through. Misses the grab off onto that, as we're seeing now. YZG's T225 going to bring out the Justina ultimate, dodging both of the ball throws from CDY. Huge parry going to come through using that F ability to get out of it, but he still gets caught up, and Wufang going to pick up his 5th elimination of the game. That's 6 kills for Wufang here. He still has ultimate available.
He can make it.
Is going to come through. He could make it. Yeah, he's at 23.3. He needs 1 more kill.
He is so close, but that laser beam is going to be a real nuisance for him. Still got a couple of dashes. He's just going super aerial. Laser beam doesn't quite get in range. Zhang Yuan actually wasting a lot of time just trying to keep Wufang out of the sky. And he does get him down and he does strip a lot of health off, but ultimately that was the Syra ultimate wasted there. Wufang can maybe head up the tree, might even be able to get a pot off if he's lucky. They are trying to deal with him. T225 jumps down onto the low ground as Wufang actually going to get an armor pot off. He may even get 2. Sneaky little healing coming in. Zhang Yuan able to get some healing in himself, but Wufang, 1 more kill, all he needs. Potentially the placement point may be enough as well. We'll see. If he can go second, he's going to be sitting pretty. He's going to climb back up the tree and again gets a pot off. He's getting a full reset in. Armor and health fully stacked up. We do see the orb come down. Doesn't quite make the mark. Wufang has the freeze available to him. It's T225 trying to find a scale rush. Not going to get it. That's going to be the parry onto T225. This is a lot of HP. Wufang just going for the kill. Nice and quick. He just needs the 1. Can he steal it away? There's the dazzle. It's not going to hit onto anyone. Zhang Yuan trying to heal back up. Able to get a single pot off and recover some HP. Wufang also potting off here. Gets caught in the uppercut. Free breaks it with the freeze. Ultimate's about to be back up for Wufang. He's potting once again. He knows how important it is. There it is. Wufang qualifies off the back of that one. And now it's him versus T225. He's got the freeze. He can find the lockdown. F's himself, goes in for the freeze onto T225, catches him with the halberds. He's got the damage, but T225 catches him with the freeze in response. No opportunity to move because he is just perma-locked down. He is trying to chase. He doesn't find the damage. T225 will win that lobby. And had he had a 1% better game last game, that would be him winning the day.
Sky Pillar. Sky Pillar silence at the end there. He's able to silence the Justina twice in a row, preventing all of the dash potential from the other Justina. He's not leaving anything up to chance, and he comes away with a... Ever since match point has started, everyone has been so clustered together. And look at this, TT25 able to pick up a weapon, Fireflies, and there we go. TT25 already has ult available. Is focused up onto Edward. He finds him. No weapon available for Edward right now, so this could be terrible. He does have ult available though. We are going to see the 1-2 coming out here into the 1-2-3. The slaps are going to come out. F ability invested now from Edward. He has ult if he needs. We're going to see the ultimate getting popped here. Both ults coming out from them. We're going to see now. He misses the ball. Perfectly timed from Edward here. And look at that. There we go. He gets himself eliminated. TT25 on match point is going to win his off spawn, getting himself the win with the ultimate. Spider already taking a lot of damage. Star as well, getting extremely low. 94% on the ultimate for Spider. He needs this kill. He doesn't pick it up though. Chu Zhang going to be able to come away with the elimination there. The 1-2 going to connect into the CLMB. F invested. Ultimate coming out from Spider here. Ultimate proc going to come through. Tries to go for the 1. Is going to be able to get the slam off into the 1. Jumping LMB going to come out. Ultimate now invested for Chu Zhang. Spider going to try and kite this out. He needs to get a pot off because his ult's going to go down. Gets the dazzle. Chu Zhang is going to end up losing this fight out, as Spider can be able to get away here. Gets himself a reset, but oh, there we go. He goes down. Chu Zhang picking up the elimination.
Chu Zhang able to pick that one up nice and easy. Now having a fight versus Star. Did Star go down?
Oh.
Have they just salty run back to it? I can't remember.
Oh,
if they
he did. Yes, he did.
down.
Yes, he did.
He's just salty run this back. Chu Zhang trying to break away from Star. I mean, if Star turns this, that is just... I mean, sorry, if just Star turns this, Star's absolutely done so. Now, Verse and Arano going for a fight. Arano got himself the purple armor, so pretty well set up here. Verse going to try and get some armor drop from the loot pile, but it's not going to work as he jumps in forwards here. Got that ultimate available here on the Matari. He's going to pop it. Arano going aggressive here. Needs to get that breakaway. Has the charges on the ultimate. See if he can find them off. Goes for the invisibility. Gets one of the Fs off. Going to look for another one. There's going to be Verse trying to catch onto him. Verse getting incredibly low. Looks for the freeze. Arano able to break away momentarily. Waiting for the dash to land onto him. Has used everything up, and Verse is actually just outplaying Arano here. Arano goes down yet again.
Verse messed up, and Arano still lost. All you needed to do was press F, and he gets Prio again. TT25, though, on an absolute tear, picking up a second elimination of the game. You know when it's Fireflies, these teams are fired up, ready to go. Wufong now jumping into this game. Spider has lost his first life, so we don't know exactly what's going to be happening here. It looks like Spider has ran it back. First, one elimination on the board for him. Wufong going to try and get the prio off. He gets the hit into the Lanny ultimate. Oh my goodness, he's going to get the Oh my goodness, the TOD coming through here. And WBG's verse is... Oh, he missed the last one. No, he gets the follow-up. Okay. What a play there. The TOD. Yeah, let's take your hands off your keyboard and have a good night.
That was honestly a brutal little combo coming in from Wufeng. Spider hunting to see if he can find Wufeng. No, the ult's down. This is not a bad time to push up on the aggression. Yes, Spider doesn't have his ult, but he will get it sooner. Already halfway towards it. Arano. Classic Arano style, unfortunately. Just looking for the full reset so that he can grab himself some goodies and get back onto the map as quick as possible and potentially look to contest the Roma Yang. But the Roma Yangs have not been Arano's friends, unfortunately, today. Here's how they... a pretty bad showing of it. Just going to do some looting, grab what gear he can. TT5 as well. Same for him. Just going to grab whatever loot he can find. Going to definitely be a tough one. We've got Roma Yang spawning up momentarily as well, so people are going to start to move over and get prepared to contest those. Spider finds himself in a light fight here. Just back off though.
Yeah, I don't think Spider wants to engage quickly, because if he loses this fight here, he's out of the whole game. He doesn't get anything, no value, and he's He's letting 3 other players make the play for match point. Right now, TG25 is already the kill leader in this game right now with 2 eliminations on the board. I believe we saw our other match point player, TE's Wufeng. He did pick up that beautiful TOD elimination on to, I think he was fighting Verse. Yeah, he got the kill onto Verse. And the Lanny TOD, I believe it's the easiest 100 to 0. You hit 1 uppercut, you press V, press F, charge attack, rinse and repeat that over and over and over again, and you get your kill. And uninterrupted like that, no F ability available, it is clean cut the easiest TOD in the game.
Yeah, that is it was a rough one. It was a very rough one. TTD5 does spot out Wufeng here, who's just potting off below him. I think the attention is going to be towards this Realm of Yang. TTD5 first into the area. Going to get caught out by Wufeng here, but Wufeng no ultimate available. Does need to be careful. TTD5 on the AM. Going to be feeling quite comfortable to be able to play the contest on this. Just play the evasion game. Like, he has the timer advantage, so Wufeng can't really do much here. Just have to sit and watch. It's actually TTD5 looking to potentially turn this one. Wufeng, not sure they really want to be using that ultimate. Gets knocked back once again by TTD5. He's just in total control here. Forces the F out from Wufeng. It's just Spider get knocked out of the lobby in the middle of all of that. Roman Yang spawning up, but I think TTD5 just wants to guarantee this kill first. Gets caught in the ball, and this is just going to be him donezo. TTD5, can he find that kill? Ult comes out. Wufeng trying to make the breakaway. TTD5 continues to chase. It goes for the shot. Can he land that last one? No, he cannot. Does TT5 commit, or does he jump into the realm? I think he's going to look to jump into the realm, gets his ult back, and he's happy.
Yeah, he doesn't chase that. If there's somebody else contesting a Yang portal on the other side and his pass drops down, somebody from another Yang portal is going to be able to jump into that realm. So you're not going to want to give up the potential for a gold weapon and a buff, especially when you're fighting with blue weapons. It's definitely the play to go for the Yang, but he was so close to finishing off that kill there. He didn't get like the last hit of damage off. 1 HP to Dream. Ultimate got invested, and there were no revives at that point, so it would have been it for Wufeng. Wufeng is incredibly lucky for the timing there. But now TT25, no shield available, fighting against a Kylan. This could be very, very bad for him here. As we've seen the Kylan being very good at dodging the ultimate of the Liams, and there we go, boom. Both Liam ultimate charges done, and he's dead. Realm of Yang depletion. He should have gone for the kill. Let's look at this. Wufeng now jumping into this fight. We're going to see him trying to make something happen in the Realm of Yang, and it looks like he's going to be able to get the 1-2-3 into the restand, into the 1.0. Oh my goodness. Lonnie coming out. I love the Lonnie combos. You get caught by one ball insane. And you're done. Yeah.
Oh, this is what happened to Spider. Ajiao versus Spider. So Spider got knocked out of the lobby. See what happened. Spider had ultimate. He felt like he was in control here. Gets himself a nice little combo to open up onto Ajiao, but bit of poking from that staff does a bit of work. Spider now obviously switching out to the melee weapon. And he just gets caught in the knock-up, and at that point, it is absolutely bonked for him. Ajiao able to secure the kill, catches him in the ball, finishes him up nicely. Really, really clean. Spider out of the lobby. Only 3 people left in this game who have a chance to win it.
It's so sad. Wufeng is in technically the best position right now as far as match point goes. Arano's on 0 kills. Wufeng has buff and is on 2. TT25 does not have buff. So if he finds somebody, he does hit Bell. He sees Mike, but Mike being another Liam in the lobby, he might not try and go for this fight here. He's going to want to try and find somebody. Edward could be his target. Edward on the Lanny. This could be an interesting fight. And yeah, he's going for Edward. Blue armor, gray dagger, but it's hard. Blue dagger, sorry. This tower is also a place where any area with multiple levels, different places to scale rush in and out of, it's going to be so difficult for you to be able to come away with any sort of elimination when these players have the movement that they do. So it's definitely a...
He's hunting in the wrong area.
Yeah.
But the problem is, and this is a Morrisile specialty, there's a lot of good escape areas. Like right here in the town, you just have so many buildings. You can jump through the windows, the doors. The players have mastered the movement on this map as well from years and years of playing on it. It's hard to finalize a kill sometimes in some areas of Morrisile. Shadow Jade has all of the mines and all the kind of shafts that lead around the place. Does look like Areno, though, looking to try and get their name on the board here. They've had a pretty bad showing of it. Can see a kill. Can they steal it away? Yes, they can. Arano able to pinch that one with the F. Catch onto Zhuyan as well. Find themselves in a little bit of danger as the fans just going to break away. Ultimate available to Arano. Nice little kill steal, though. Puts them on the board and keeps them in the game. TTD5 trying to make their way over. Edward and Wufeng in the area. Only 1 minute 30 left, though, for the side of TTD5. He needs to commit. He needs to find a kill, or boys, he is just going to be out of this game. And suddenly it comes down to 2 people to be able to win the whole thing. There's going to be the dazzle going out. Doesn't quite hit the mark. TTD5 being chased off by Wufeng. Looking for a potential armor swap. Has to swap to the blue armor. Edward absolutely obliterating him here. Throws out the first ball. Doesn't quite make the connection, unfortunately. Looking for a second one. Going to have to armor swap. Can he make it work? Misses the next ball. Wufeng jumps in. Wufeng's got him. He's taken out. TTD5 are removed from the game. Only Arano, only Wufeng have a chance of closing out the day now.
Wufeng with the comeback from the bottom 6. He was in like 8th place at the start of the day, and now he's in 2nd place overall. And he's set up to very well for MVP right now. And it looks like Arano getting chased down. Forced to swap to gray armor. This is not looking too good for him. He has F up, but he won't be able to take this Realm of Yang. He's going to be forced to back off here. But it looks like Verse not wanting to let this happen. Knows who that player is. They're going to take him down. Oh, big damage from that F, though. It looks like he might be able to sneak away here. Aizhao going to get himself eliminated. Mike picking up a kill. If we're going to maybe get to check the stats in a second here, and we'll get to see if Mike has passed over that match point threshold. I believe he's got a couple of kills here, but TE's Wufeng from out of nowhere. He hasn't been in discussion until he got that crazy 8 elimination game, but what an amazing play from him there. And he's now on 3 eliminations. He took out his competitors, too. He's not just taking out players who are lower on the board. He's taking out the people that it really matters to take out. T225 has been eliminated because of him.
Yeah, looks like the fight for the Realm of Yang continues. So, Arano, I don't know if he's even that interested in jumping in, to be honest. I think he's just going to try and play this as somewhat safe as possible. Is potentially just going to chase onto this kill for Edward. I mean, Arano, he could maybe start to mop up a couple of kills here on the Matari, and that is his way back into this game. Shuzheng also in the area. Arano just going to sit in a bush and do a bit of repairing.
Yeah. If Arano gets the kill into Edward, he's set up, but it looks like Edward's just going to back out here. OUG versus ASE and TE's Wufeng fighting against Baoda's Shuzheng. This is going to be a fun one here. Wufeng's very stacked. And, I mean, Shuzheng's had some success. He is on Syra. So if he doesn't get that TOD off, F is burned. So if Wufeng catches Prio here, that's going to be it for Shuzheng. Oh, we're seeing Octaslash coming into play here. All Wufeng needs to do is get Prio. He can TOD off of it, and oh my goodness, we're going to see it happen here, hopefully, as the jump LMB going to come into play. Bow shots coming out from both of them. Healing is going to get brought into this. Wufeng now on the full reset, as well as Shuzheng. The overhold going to come through. Prio going to be given over to Shuzheng. We're now seeing Wufeng trying to make something happen. Ultimate going to be invested now from Wufeng. We're going to see the first come out into the uppercut. Doesn't get the follow-up, though. Lanny ultimate invested, as well as the Syra ultimate coming out. And this could be it. We're going to see how well he is doing at kiting. Look at that. He's able to kite into the air, but the stun's going to come through. Now needs to back out of this area. He is going to get a pot off. No, he misses the pot. Oh, no. As you do see, ultimate timer is going to be just a little bit of time left. Tries to throw a ball off. Isn't going to be able to get his last ball out. Overhold is going to connect, though. We're going to see both of them going for the parry, trying to go for it. F ability invested now. The Dazzle's going to come out, but he gets the parry. Oh my goodness. 1-2 over, trying to catch Pryo up. Now onto the blue fan. He's just trying to scale away with 23 seconds left. Chu Zhang in absolute shambles right now, trying to kite out the onslaught of pressure from TE's Wufong right now. He can't find him, doesn't know where he is. The scale rush going to come through. Gets the one, trying to go for the focus into the uppercut, but the F ability invested doesn't get it. 7, 6, 5, 4. Get the kill. Oh my goodness, he does it. 1 second buzzer beater. Oh my god.
So close. Wu Feng able to bring it back last moment. 4 kills in as well. This guy is currently so well set up and situated for this final circle. 4 kills in. Currently the kill leader. Arano potentially in a position, but it's going to have to be a hard heart. Wu Feng could potentially take it all here.
That was beautiful finish. He just worked as hard as possible to get that elimination, kiting out the Syra ultimate for so long, keeping the majority of his health. Ooh, Assassin's Lunge coming out from ASE's XY. Absolutely gaming here. As we're going to see the overhold coming through from Mike. Able to send it out. Doesn't connect. Oh, the extended combo potential was almost there. Mike going to be able to get the overhead R&B charge onto XY. XY taking a lot of damage here. I believe he is on Yang depletion, so he needs to get this elimination. But Mike, White Tiger's prowess. Ooh, big parry gonna come through. F ability invested, but the sap damage is gonna give XY just a little bit of HP back. Oh no. Oh no, there we go. It's done for XY now. Oh, 1 HP in a dream? Here we go, ultimate. Ult, you need to ult. There we go. Immortality proc has come out as we're gonna see him try and make something happen with the Kylan ultimate, but ooh, doesn't get caught in the ball. Mike getting pushed back now. He has 1 health remaining, not even sliver of HP. Verse picking up the elimination though. Mike is still only on 3 points. He needs 1 more point to qualify, and there we go. Verse with that elimination is now on match point. If Wufong does an MVP here, Verse is going to be qualified.
Let's see if Wufong can pull it off inside the vote zone. Chu Zhang being chased down here. Wufong waiting for an opportunity. He's just going to see what's going on. Honestly, a kill here could potentially decide it all. If he gets one of these, Chuz trying to make the breakaway. Wufong keeping the pressure up onto him. Has the ultimate available, just keeping them pressured. Chuz forced to jump into the zone. Wufong doesn't want to chase in and get himself chunked out, but he knows that he needs to gatekeep this one. Edward as well, also looking at potentially gatekeep. Just losing a lot of HP as he's having to go the very, very long way around to try and get back into the zone. I believe someone has spotted him because the shot came out. I think it's Wufong who actually spotted him here. Just gets himself back into the zone, gets some healing off, but immediately Wufong sniffed it out. Some healing has come in and they're going to have to look to potentially go for the back off. Chuz does have the ultimate available to him, so he's not in too much danger. They are going to continue to try and pressure up, though. 6 players left in this game. 8 minutes on the clock. Zone is currently moving, but not by much. We're going to get that Bane's Breath soon. That could now kick off the next stage of action in this final circle.
Yeah, it is. Wow, the buzzer beater. I'm still tripping off the buzzer beater. It is absolutely insane right now. Verse with 3. Oh my goodness. Wufong has Aurora Burst. This could spell trouble for anyone because you get caught in 1 uppercut from him. He Lani ults and chain hits you with Aurora Burst over and over again. It's a better Takeda TOD. And look at that. We're going to be seeing WZ Arano in the back end. Chu Zhang taking some hits from these ranged attacks. I believe he's the lone Syra in the lobby. He's also on Yang depletion. These players are going to want to get the Syra out. Having that hero in the end circle with the amount of healing buff, it's just not what you want to see. Is going to get knocked into the air. F ability popped though. Could see the ultimate coming out pretty quickly. There we go. Chu Zhang with the ult, trying to see if he can find Edward. Edward very low in HP. The Dazzle's going to come through. Big damage on to that with the dazzle. And there we go, Moonbane coming into play as well here, as these players are not going to want to mess with the Bane. Oh, big dazzle hit coming through. Doesn't even notice he gets it. Edward able to get out of there fast, using that ultimate to get out of dodge. He's able to gain a little bit of HP back. That is one of the nice things that you have an advantage with Lonnie. You get HP back every time the ball returns to you. Burn tick damage coming in from Xu Zhang. Xu Zhang might get this kill here if Verse doesn't go and pick it up. As where is Wufang? Wufang needs the kill, as Xu Zhang is going to pick up the elimination. Oh my goodness, Verse gets the bloom. Xu Zhang not able to pick up the soul bloom, still needs to fight to get this elimination now, trying to see if he can get the kill onto Verse. And Xu Zhang with 3 eliminations as well. Verse going to try and make something happen. Only 20 seconds left on this Yang depletion. Nobody else around them. He can full all in onto this fight with no worry. Mike getting eliminated by Arano in the back end. Oh my goodness. Mike is 1 point away from match point. He doesn't even get it.
Yeah, keeping that pressure up on him, Chuz. I don't think you're going to be living for long. Verse gonna just throw down the ult, freeze up, and Verse now onto 4 points is contesting with Wufang. Wufang was able to secure himself a Spirit Well though, so again, golden armor. He's so set up right now. Incredibly hard to deal with. Arano also getting some healing in. Coming down to the last 2. If Verse goes out, we actually end the day here. Straight up. Like, if Verse goes, Wufang or Arano will take it all. There's the freeze. They're gonna look for it. Verse trying to make a break away from Wufang. He's keeping the pressure up onto him. There's going to be the charge. Doesn't quite hit the mark as the Bane's breath comes down. The play for Biweekly 2. Verse could clutch it out. Verse could deny it and send it to game 7. Can he make it happen right now? He's the one being targeted. The attention goes on to Arano. Arano loses a lot of HP. Wufang needs to be careful. That Bane's press coming down. Verse gonna get hit up by the knockup. Wufang gets the damage down. There's the freeze to break away from the combo. He's not gonna get locked in the infinite, but his health bar is going so low. Arano trying to find that little bit of additional damage. Wufang blinks forwards, throws down the ball as Verse is on the run. The knockback comes in. Arano's trying to steal it all. The ball goes wide. Somehow, Verse is hanging on into this fight. Arano's trying to find that opening. Knocked back one. Verse is able to hold on for just a little bit longer. The chase for kill is on. Can Arano get it? Somehow, Arano's made it happen. Whoever wins this 1v1 will be the bi-weekly champion. The Bane's breath catches onto the pair of them. Arano blinks out. Chasing coming in from Wufang. He has so much pressure on to Arano. Arano can't mind the escape. He's getting the reset off. Goes in for a grey armor swap just to keep the break away from Wufang, who's continued to mount the pressure onto Arano. Can Arano make it work? Scale rush is coming out left, right, and center as Wufang has to reposition with the F. Can he find this kill? It is do and it is die right now. Wufang healing back up. Golden armor refreshed. Arano only got the grey armor. That is not going to do much. Arano quickly stripped through a big chunk of that armor. No ultimates available to either player quite yet, but they are both getting close. Wufang continues that chase forwards. Arano goes in for another quick recovery, but again, rocking the grey armor. He is so weak right now. He does not have the same amount of health, and that Halbers is going to absolutely obliterate his health bar. Arano goes in for the turnaround. They're looking for the parry. They can't find the connection. Arano caught out by the grapple, tries to blink forwards. F available here to Wufang if he needs it. He's about to get the ultimate back up as well. Arano trying his hardest to hold fast here as he gets knocked back. There's going to be the knockup into the potential infinite. Woo! Bang! We'll take bi-weekly finals 2.
He's so stunned right now. Look at him. Ladies and gentlemen, your bi-weekly 2 champion, TE's Wufang, from out of nowhere. The most unexpected victory of...
大风起兮云飞扬，刀剑如梦，终称王，让我们恭喜